It's Football Friday in Oklahoma, and you've struck pay dirt. Skordle Pay Dirt brings you all of the action from 8 feature games across the state. Producer Corey Rogers takes you right where the action is. You've hit pay dirt. Here's your host, Andy Campbell.
Hello and welcome, football fans, to another week of Skordle Pay Dirt. We are live at the Skordle studio at Orthodontics exclusively in Norman, Oklahoma. Thank you so much for joining us. We are at week 5 of the high school football regular season, almost halfway to the playoffs. We're going to start figuring out who the contenders are and who the pretenders are. If you haven't seen us yet, please watch the Skordle Pick'em show that we did this week. We had Todd Miller and Tom Nelson on as our experts, Eddie Radosevich, Josh Fields, and Jacob Dieselhorst on as our guest pickers. It was a great show that I had a lot of fun hosting. Please be sure to check that out on the Skordle Facebook page or our Twitter page. Let's go ahead and get into the action, but before we do, I have to say happy birthday to my daughter, Kinley. She turns 5 tomorrow. We'll start as we do every week, the game of the week. No, we won't. Game of the week is not up yet, so we will go to the 4-1 Cash and Wildcats on the road at Edmond North High School against OCA. They are undefeated in 4-0, so we will go to Edmond with Neiman Navabi on the call.
North both are 3-1, 1-0 in district play. Stillwater is a half game back of second, 1-1 in the loop, 3-2 over.
To start a game.
It's possible. Yeah, because typically, Shaq will always take the ball if we win, and if we lose, most teams usually defer. So deep for the OCA Eagles will be number 7, Keyshawn Prince. He'll be kind of huddled a little bit with his twin brother, Antoine. I'm guessing twin brother, actually number 12, both juniors, right around the 25.
That far sideline is where we usually pop it up, close to the cash and sideline, and there's no one over there.
So we'll see what happens here. I think Chris is right. It's going to go to that side, right around, hit around the 20. It's going to roll. It's going. Keyshawn will go ahead and let it roll out of bounds. It doesn't stay in, unfortunately, and it'll be 1st down and 10 for the OCA Eagles at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, and that right there is a miss. I think if Bryson would have popped that up a little bit and gave our boys a little bit of time to get down there, we could have maybe jumped on that, especially, or at least kept it in bounce. But, hey, that's all right. We'll take it on the 35.
We're pretty methodical on the special team side of things as far as what we do every single time, so you'd think there'd be somebody over there ready for it. I definitely wouldn't want to give Cash an opportunity like we've been given before and not pay off for the other team.
1st and 10 from the 35. Quarterback Brody Galen Jr. back to in shotgun. You'll get the call here 2x2 for the Eagles. We'll probably see that quite a bit with a little bit of tight end set there with number 85, Caleb Cornell on the left side. Cash in their 4-3. Base look for Coach Wood. Snap, back to pass. A little out there, a little over the hands, outreach hands of number 2, the intended receiver, Price Stubblefield, and that will be incompletion, 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, and I think that's something we're going to see a lot of is just quick throws, right? Just a one-step drop, get the ball out of his hand, try to get the ball out to those receivers, and that's what that was, and it was just a little bit of timing issue there. Quarterback's a little pumped up, got it overthrew his receiver.
11:57, the clock's already stopped here, play clock at 19. A little bunch set here for the Eagles as they have 2nd and 10. Snap, it's going to be given inside to Prince. He's got a little bit of running room. He's met immediately by Bryce Burke. Breaks a couple tackles. Immediately brought down right after that. Looks like that is number 71. It's our man. Is that Aiden Williams? It sure is. The senior comes in with the tackle. So good individual effort there by Prince to break a tackle of Bryce Burke. And I want to say even Nick Nabavi. So it'll bring up 3rd down and long. About 7 here from the 37.
One of the kids we talked about in the pregame, number 77, Troy Pearman, is the big left tackle for OCA. You can tell he's about a head and a half taller than everybody on his offensive line, it looks like.
So it looks like OCA will stay in that bunch formation. You got 2 wide receivers here on the short side. Prince to the right of Galen, the junior. Motion looks like a jet sweep. It will be a handoff inside, looking for a lane. Is that Camden Maroney? That may be Camden Maroney after a short game will eventually stop the jet sweep. Credit to the junior bowling ball wrecking crew himself, and that'll bring up 4th down, and it is not question time. No punts for us today, as Drew brought us that inside information, and so we'll see number 45, freshman Maddox Wilkerson for the OCA Eagles in punt formation. Deep for the Cash and Wildcats will be Landon Lagasse right around the Cash and 35.
Oh, Lee Woody just scolded me because he said, I believe Landon Lagasse will continue to play basketball too. So
No, we said Landon.
I didn't
No, I
say
think
Landon.
we said Landon. That was the first name we said. Little wobbler here. That's going to hit short. Get out of the way. Camden. It touches Camden Maroney. Goodness, Camden. So
Did it touch him?
it sure looked like it did, but he kept running.
Yeah, it kind of
He
looked
had a
like
good
it bounced
fake
off
on.
of his leg a little bit.
Oh, goodness. I'm telling you, I've got hot vision. Somebody from a LASIK surgery place needs to sponsor us, but I'm telling you, it will be cash and ball. I'm telling you, it touched him. But, I guess Camden would have turned around and jumped on that if he felt like it touched him.
Yeah, I guess so. But I'm kind of with you, Neem. It did kind of look like it bounced off of him.
Kind of took an angle. But this will be Cashin's first possession of the night, right around the Cashin 42. First down and 10. Ben Harmon, empty backfield, a little wide out little action here. So Harmon will be by himself in shotgun. At 17 seconds on the play clock here, 10 minutes. Back to pass, screen to Lagasse, get a block from the Bobby on the outside. And there's a swarm of OCA Eagles there. It's going to be a short gain for Lagasse. Good job by the OCA Eagles holding Lagasse to about a 1 yard gain.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I thought, and I think Shaq has seen it too because that's what he started out with was these bubble screens. I think Landon and Mason, by the end of the game, they are going to have a ton of yards just off of the bubble screens, getting them the ball out in space and just letting them get out there and break some tackles and go score.
2nd and 9, 9:37 running clock here. First quarter action, Cashin's first series of the game. After a 3-and-out by the Cashin defense and Coach Wood. The Bobby to the left of Harmon. He'll take the fake screen coming across Lagasse in and out of his hands. That would have been an easy first down, if not a touchdown. And so with that little high heater from Ben Harmon, that'll bring up 3rd down and long for the Cashin Wildcats.
Yeah, right there. I mean, that's one that Landon is going to want back because, it just went right through his hands. And if he would have caught that on the move like he was, he could have cut across that field and gone for big yardage. Let's see if we don't see like a 10-yard out here just to get that first down.
It's a give to Nababi inside, cuts back. He's going to rumble, stumble, get around almost to the 50. Definitely 4-down territory for the Cashin Wildcats as it brings up about 4th down and 2. So nice little 6-yard run by Nababi. 9 minutes left here in the first quarter. Looks like it'll be up-tempo here as the Cashin Wildcats will go in that same formation. Trips down below. Nababi to the left of Harmon. Let's see if it's a keeper from Harmon. It's actually a pass coming back to Lagasse with a catch right around the 45, and that'll be a first down, Cashin Wildcats.
Yeah, and that time the defensive back, that's the other brother, right?
That's right.
Keyshawn Prince was right there to try to make a play on the ball, but Landon did a good job of being strong, using those hands, getting them out there and bringing that ball in.
Got Cashin with the Vandruff and the H-back set here. A little power look. Back to pass is Harmon. He's going to go deep. Lagasse deep. He's beating his man to the 10. In his hands. 5. Touchdown. Cashin Wildcats. 45-yard bomb. Harmon to Lagasse. Deja vu.
Yeah, just right there. All Landon did was just release.
18th touchdown on the year for Landon Lagasse, wide receiver for Cashin. He is having an incredible year. We were having some technical issues with the game of the week, but I think we have those figured out. So let's go to Putnam City North, where the visiting Deer Creek Antlers are on defense, PC North on offense. And let's watch this game with Todd Miller and Adam Dieselhorst.
For more. Last week, he carried 13 times for 116 yards and 3 scores on the 69-3 victory over U.S. Grant. Motion man is Cameron Scott to the far side. Laverty guts it near side. It's picked off by Javian Jones. Jones down the boundary to the 40 to the 30, and he's tackled from behind. And saving the touchdown was Cameron Scott as he knocks him down at the 28. That will be the starting field position for the time being. There is a flag back downfield, though, at the Putnam City North 45-yard line.
Well, and it looks like Laverty's going to be disappointed there. He really would like to have that pass back. It almost looks like the wide receiver probably didn't kind of finish his route there, but great defensive play.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Antlers at the 45-yard line. And now Deer Creek wants the ball spotted on the far side hash. They have it on the left hash.
It's interesting.
I've never seen that. One team lined up on one side, the other having to hurry across the field. So 1st and 10 at the 45. It was a block in the back called against Deer Creek. So that means we'll see the quarterback for the first time tonight, Brett Pence. Out of the gun, inside handoff to Deontay Wilson. Wilson will go for the 45 to midfield. And up off the bottom of the pile for Putnam City North is Cooper Atterbury, along with number 33, Hayden Thornton.
Well, and as you can see there on that first run, a lot of push there on Deer Creek's line. You got to like what you see there for their first run.
Three receivers left, back to throw on play action passes. Pence throws across the way. The receiver was wide open, and he underthrew Gavin Smith, the 6'3", 173-pound senior. He was defended by Destin Lay, but Lay was a good 5 or 6 yards off of him. And Putnam City is very lucky it's 3rd down and 5 and not 1st and 10 for the Antlers in North's end of the field.
Yeah, I don't think he got his feet set there, and the receiver looked like he almost slipped, but that could have been a big gain there on the outside for Deer Creek.
9:17 to play, first quarter, 3rd and 5. Pence.
We'll be back to the game of the week in just 1 minute. We're going to take you to Bethel, Oklahoma, where the visiting Washington Warriors have taken an early 7-0 lead, but Bethel, the Wildcats, are getting close to the pay dirt.
Some of their big chunk plays that came last week on those 2 big pass plays, you seen some speed in the flats there. Probably got him the ball and got down the field.
Number 8. Tiptoes through the hole. It's about 5 yards on the play. Bring up 2nd and 5. Offense is proven to be pretty prolific so far today. Hard count by the quarterback. Gets the Warriors to jump off sides. Of course, the big linemen are putting their hands up like, what me?
When you're about 3 foot over the line, there's not much you can argue with that.
Gonna bring up a 2nd and short for the Wildcats. Second and 1. They throw it out in the flats to the running back, and he's able to get past the defender and run out of bounds inside the 10.
Okay, we'll bring you back to Bethel as they are in the pay dirt, but we have a big play coming. John Marshall at Hera. John Marshall with the ball.
Yeah, I don't know what I was going with that, but yeah. First and 10 for the Bears here on their own 24-yard line. Takes a snap, hand it off to number 1, and he breaks free to the 40, to the 50, and he is out of bounds right at the 49-yard line. What a run.
First and 10, John Marshall.
That's a gain of almost 28 yards, I think, on that play. Hand it off to number 1 once again. Cuts back up to the middle.
And only gains about 4 on that play.
Picks up a couple. 2nd down.
Number 1, that is Devin Jones.
Big play there for the 1-3 John Marshall Bears as they try to upset the Hera Panthers. Let's take you back to Washington at Bethel. Bethel in the pay dirt. Just missed the Bethel touchdown, but they missed the extra point, so Washington still has the lead 7-6 in that game. Let's take you to Duncan, where the Demons are taking on top 10 ranked Noble Bears in the Class 5A.
Kind of went to his left, and he bounces his way back to the right and was able to get inside the 15-yard line. Yeah. Golly, Dominique's kind of limping on that ankle too, man. So we're going to have to, we may have a sub here in just a minute. They're going to have to make a move here in the back. You see it in the back here. I think he's walking gingerly on that left ankle. Excuse me, that right ankle.
Yeah.
So here we go. We got
just a quarterback run again, straight run all the way. He's down. Power's in.
Yep.
He's in there.
Yeah, and boy, that was he's untouched for about 12 yards going into the end zone. So, man, nothing to that at all.
Garland for 11 yards. Just straight quarterback run, no play action. Just here we go.
Absolutely, just direct snap.
Yep.
And he says, "Here we go. I got the ball. I'm coming right at you." And they did have a nice convoy of blockers going down the, inside the 10-yard line.
There for the Demons is the 1-3 Duncan Demons trying to tie that game up with Noble. Let's go take you back to Edmond North High School, where OCA, the Eagles, undefeated and in the pay dirt against the Cashion Wildcats.
Face those arm tackles is just something you got to avoid because, I mean, like there, yeah, he went down after Mason got a hold of him, but he gained, 5 or 6 extra yards after that.
Yep, and that's what I was talking about. Be physical. Come up and make good tackles. Don't just arm tackle. Hit them hard. Go down hard. Make them go down hard, and they'll think about it next time they get the ball.
So Galen, the junior in shotgun, draws the Cashion Wildcats offsides. They try to get that. It'll be a free 5. And if you could draw up a perfect scenario in series for Coach Powell and the Eagles, this would be it. As the Cashion Wildcats have had enough, they're going to call timeout, and that gives a little momentum and motivation as the OCA Eagles start bringing the noise to their students.
Yeah, and right here, you got Coach Wood and Coach Shackelford over there going, guys, you better figure it out because they're driving right down our throats.
We'll be right back to OCA where the Eagles are in the pay dirt. Timeout on the field here. Let's go to the game of the week, Deer Creek at PC North.
Had a lot of yardage there to run, and another shoestring tackle. There's 2 big tackles there by Deer Creek.
Second down at 6 for the North Panthers at the 33-yard line. Jones, who carried that first down play, remains in the backfield. 2 receivers to the far side, a tight end right. They hand it off again to Jones, and he is tripped up and tackled for very little gain. It looked like that it was Cyrus Schilling, the nose tackle, that got him first. The gain will go to the 34, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, great job there by Schilling. Kind of working off of his man and making a great tackle there. Bumped him right at the line of scrimmage.
Exactly 7 minutes to play here at a good first quarter. Each team with an offensive possession. This is the second possession of the night offensively for Putnam City North. No score. The Panthers turned it over on just the second pick of Carson Laverty here in 2021, ending their first drive. 2 receivers left. Low snap. Laverty hands it. Here comes the pressure. He moves left. Now reverses his field. Coming right. Laverty's in trouble, and he's corralled for a loss. Back to the 30. He is going to lose.
We'll be right back to the game of the week. Cashion at OCA. This game is back from timeout with the Eagles in the pay dirt.
And they're seeing things right there. You saw they saw that they had that opening over there. You can't break the huddle with 12 guys in the field.
That
but
should be a penalty. I'm
I
not
guess
sure
that's
why they're not throwing it. But inside give to Prince. He's checked back in. He breaks 1 tackle. He goes in, and that'll be a touchdown. That'll be a nice 11-yard run for Prince on horrific tackling by the Cashion Wildcats.
All the way down the field.
Yeah, I was just about to comment.
What an answer by the OCA Eagles to tie this game up against the Wildcats. Let's take you back to the game of the week as PC North is punting to Deer Creek.
Missed it as he hits it high in the air. He's going to get a little bit of a bounce. He didn't get much of a leg into that at all, but did get a roll to the 39-yard line. So it will be a 31-yard punt, but that ball hit about 15 yards short of the 31-yard punt.
Yeah. Let's take you to John Marshall at Hara, the Hara Panthers on offense and getting close to the pay dirt.
4:45 left to go in this first quarter. Nothing, not a whole lot doing right now. These teams are still getting adjusted, getting used to the different play calls on each side.
K. Jackson is in motion again, but they hand it off to Nick Moore up the middle, and he is up and away. That is another big play for about 9 yards.
Picks up about 8 to 9 on that.
That's going to be 2nd and 1 or 2nd and 2.
Call it 2nd and 1.
Two receivers on the far side, 1 tight end, and 2 men in the backfield. Running back and a fullback. Moon takes the snap, he hands it off to Mort Barber. He's up the middle. And he is almost all the way in.
Brought down about the 4-yard line. What a run. Just like that, the Panthers are in scoring position. I got to tell you, you cannot sleep on this offense. If you take 1 play off, they will light you up. I got to tell you, this offense is electric.
And yet it seems that it's their defense that tends to win the games for them.
Once again, linemen are set in motion. Different play calling tonight. I love it. Boone takes a snap, runs it up the middle, and he is stuffed. Not going anywhere. Gets back up to the line of scrimmage. No more. 2nd and goal upcoming.
3 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the first quarter here of play.
It seems like Hera is taking their time tonight. It doesn't seem like they're rushing. They just happen to get downfield fast, just by their plays. They're taking a slow approach. I like it.
There's some pre-snap motion going on.
Direct snap to Nick Moore.
Nick Moore's on the outside, and he is in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Panthers!
The 3-1 Hera Panthers get on the board first in that game against John Marshall. Let's take you back to the game of the week, the Deer Creek Antlers on offense and driving.
Just heaves it out of bounds into the far sideline, and he was about to be dump trucked down as he had a lot of pressure that time from Jaleel Johnson. We told you that if you want to simply buy a ticket and watch this one, just watch Jaleel Johnson work against Jacob Sexton. That's a future Cowboy working against a future Sooner.
Yeah, and that matchup was interesting to see. I mean, it seemed like Sexton kind of had him in his arms, but then the quarterback rolled out wide. Great job. The Johnson kid has such an incredible motor.
Pence hands it off on second down, and Jones makes a cut as he runs behind left tackle and will get about 3 to the 45-yard line. And Hayden Thornton into the stop for Putnam City North, so it's 3rd and 7 now for Deer Creek when under 5 minutes to play here in a scoreless first quarter.
We'll be right back to the game of the week. Let's take you to Duncan, where the Noble Bears are on offense and driving.
Number 8, yep, he's a senior, 5'11" senior there. So
Shane, have you heard the coaches talk any about, obviously our most explosive player is Brandon Harper. Have they talked any about, how many touches a game they want? You hear about coaches talk about we need to get that guy 15, 20 touches. I mean, have you heard them talking about that?
No, I haven't. And Colin really hadn't mentioned it either. So, obviously, great point. You like to get the ball into your best athletes.
I think that's going to give us first down, right?
And so, no, I would say, just as you and I look at it, gosh, running or throwing the ball to at least 15 to 20, right?
Yeah, maybe one of my 10 plays that I get to call, I'll get his touches up or something.
Yeah,
that was a nice run by Colin Thomas for first down there.
Now watch a go route here for Brandon Harper. They're setting that up. I mean, it's there too. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and
it's going the other direction, going to Wardham. Nice throw.
Wow.
Right on the money.
Wow.
Touchdown.
That was a great pass there. Great route. He had two guys. Fantastic. He just kind of ran by them, and he just kind of floated that right into Wardrop's hands.
42 yards.
Wow, that was a tremendous play.
On the money.
And, that's kind of what I've noticed with Coach Davidson. He'll run, out route, and then every now and then he'll try to go deep there. So
lull him to sleep a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So tremendous play, good catch. Really nice throw by Colin Fisher.
What a great throw and catch there by Noble Bears as they take a lead on the Duncan Demons. Let's go back to the game of the week. The Antlers are in the pay dirt.
Deer Creek, they've kind of mixed in a little bit of everything. They, the screen and obviously some pass plays and now some running plays. I like what I see on offense.
7th play of the drive upcoming. It's first down and goal to go at the 7-yard line as Deer Creek tries to draw first blood. Wide receivers split both ways. One setback is Deontay Wilson. They'll motion a man to the Deer side. Now they hand it off to Wilson, sweeping short right, cuts left, and submarines down at the 3, maybe the 2-yard line. So give him 5, 2nd and goal to go upcoming as Deer Creek threatens with under 3.5 to play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I just say keep going right behind it. Stick with it. Obviously if you're not making negative yards plays, I mean, you got basically 3 plays to get it in the end zone here if you're Deer Creek.
See if they call Wilson's number again. He's carried 85 times and reached pay dirt twice before tonight's game. Pence changing the play at the line with 14 seconds on the play clock. 2nd and goal to go, Deer Creek at the Putnam City North 2-yard line. High snap, Pence gets it down, fakes the handoff, throws a slant, and it's juggled, and it is caught for the touchdown.
Touchdown for Deer Creek Antlers. Let's go to Cashin.
In the 20, he's rolling in, he's going to tuck to the 10. Is this chicken poop in the chicken salad? It is.
All day, baby.
Did he get in? Touchdown, Cashin Wildcats. Ben Harmon getting the circus clowns going. That was fun.
Hey, that boy right there has come so far, since he was that sophomore. We talked about how the maturity of Ben and being able to have that leader back there at quarterback is going to pay off. That play right there, he didn't panic. He's got the ball, turned around, made an assessment, and then just found a way to get in the end zone for the touchdown. Great job by Ben.
Great play there by Ben Harmon as this is coming in a becoming an offensive shootout, Cash and OCA. Let's take you back to John Marshall at Harrow. Looks like John Marshall Bears with the football.
Good, that's it.
He's on the outside. Looks like there may be a fumble. Harry recovers the fumble. The Panthers will take over.
First and 10.
Good defensive turnover there for the Harrow Panthers. Let's take you back to Bethel. Bethel on offense, trailing 14-6 to the Washington Warriors.
Some extra pressure. They throw it in the backfield to Metcher. He is hit by Lane Steele and knocked out of bounds. Good tackle there by the senior corner. Get off his block and drag that play to the sideline for loss of a couple.
Little different set there, a little RPO, just kind of rolled out, tiptoeing, waiting for something to open up, hit him in the flats, and like you said, Steele came up, shot out there like a cannon and hit that guy. He bounced about 5 foot backwards, DJ.
Kyle, did it look like you that might have been a backwards pass?
Yeah.
It's kind of tough from our angle, but they might be setting up maybe a double pass later on in the game. Seen that play a couple of times where they throw it to the big running back in the flats, but that might have just been where he lined up at. 3rd down and 10 for the Warrior defense. Hapley takes the snap, and good pressure there by Milner and Retvaughn. Makes Tapley have to get rid of it early. And now it's a 4th down for the Bethel Wildcats.
That's what you want on 3rd down. Coach did a good job there. Got to dial up a little pressure. Bethel, pretty good drive going here. Dial up a little pressure on them and bring up a fourth down. Tough situation for the Bethel Wildcats.
See if Coach K dials up some more pressure. Three or 5:36 left to go in the first quarter. Warriors lead 14-6. It's going to be Bethel with 4th down, 11 from the 27. Tapley takes the snap. He's rolling to the right. He's looking for his receiver, Gordon.
Ooh, almost picked.
Almost intercepted, and I think they're going to call it interception.
Wow.
Jackson Hendricks with the interception for the Warriors, and that's where they'll take
Big
over.
defensive stand there for the Warriors as they preserve their 14-6 lead early over Bethel. Let's take you to Douglas, where Douglas is on offense, Kingfisher on defense.
Clock restarts, 2:08 and counting here in the first quarter.
High snap.
Moore looking
Across
as
the
a
middle,
man.
has a man wide open. Off to the races.
And the Jackets have one more hope to catch him, and they're not going to do it. Stewart goes all the way for the touchdown, 81-yard touchdown reception. And that was a Stewart, got behind, beat his man at the line, got behind the defense, broke one tackle, and the Jackets had no hope of catching him.
Just slant over the middle, and like you said, broke the one tackle he was assigned to.
Big play there for the Douglas Trojans as they try to tie that game up with Kingfisher. Let's go back to the game of the week. PC North on offense.
Teddy, number 12 there for Deer Creek, popped him right on the sideline.
He gets to the 27. They'll toss it on a jet sweep. Coming to the near side and being tackled for a loss is Cameron Scott. And how about that play again from Adrian Holman, who is really playing well from free safety.
Yeah, just you can see the speed from Deer Creek. A lot of times, we noticed this in the Piedmont game against Putnam City North. North just had them out-athlete. In this game, that is not the case. Deer Creek, from sideline to sideline, is matching their speed.
Otero, who hit a 31-yard punt his first time, stands back in punt formation at his 11 as he will kick it away. The snap floats back, not much pressure at all. He hits a high punt. It's short again. This one is going to hit at the 40-yard line, actually fair caught in traffic. And a dangerous play made by Taylor Tomlin with about 3 or 4 Panthers right there at his face.
Well, the crazy thing about it is normally it's very rare in Oklahoma that you get conditions like what we're playing in right now. We'll
be right back to the game of the week. Let's see, the OCA Eagles trailing 13-7 are back in the pay dirt.
Exchange problem there between Prince and and Galen that basically brings up a loss. This is definitely 4-down territory, even though the Wilkerson kid does have a really good leg. So fullback set here for the double tight end set with a halfback for the Eagles. Inside give to Prince. He's got a huge hole. He'll come back in. Nabavi with the first hit. Nathan Nabavi looks like. Actually, no. Yes, it was. And that's going to be enough for the first down as the Eagles with a huge run by Keyshawn Prince. First and goal. Hurry up set here for the Eagles. And the tackling woes continue for the Cashion Wildcats. Snap back into Prince. He'll cut it back outside. He's able to dive forward. We'll get right to the goal line. That'll bring up second down and half a yard there as Prince is able to dive forward. Hurry up here for the Eagles as they try to keep up tempo.
That's the end of the half right
that
there.
That was the end of the half as the Cashion Wildcats retain the lead, but the Eagles have momentum with a chance to get the score and the possible lead
end of the quarter, I'm sorry.
As we go to the second quarter. We'll go a quick
Into
timeout.
the first quarter at OCA. Let's take you back to the game of the week. Deer Creek Antlers with the ball and the lead.
You know, if you're Deer Creek here, obviously the recipe for success is find 73 and run behind him. Obviously, if you notice, they moved him to the right side of the line to probably deal with Jalil Johnson because he was lined up the first possession, closest side on the left side.
Sexton looks like he could play at the Division I level right now. They motion a man to the near side. Snap is high. Pence one hands it down, hands it off. Wilson behind right guard has the first down. Needed to get to the 30. That's exactly where they're marking it. So first down number 6 here in the first quarter for Deer Creek as we're under a minute to go with the opening 12-minute stanza. Antlers lead at 7-0.
Yeah, it's just been their approach on offense, too, is great. Very methodical. You know, they haven't had hardly any penalties. Other than that first drive, they kind of had some – they're getting adapted slow to the passing game. They look a lot better the last two possessions.
Two receivers left and right, as you see there on your screen.
We'll be right back to the game of the week as the Antlers approach the pay dirt. Let's take you to Washington at Bethel, the Warriors on offense.
Pitch and catch, pitch and catch. Warriors trying to go tempo now. Slow down a little bit and get the call from the sideline. Cantrell takes the snap, and Cole Scott bobbles it, but is able to get to the corner now. It's a foot race. Pushed out of bounds near the 30. Cole might have to find some stickum for Cole's hands.
Big play there for the Warrior offense. We'll be right back to that game. Let's take you back to OCA, Cashion at OCA. This game is coming out of the end of the first quarter, beginning of the second quarter.
Series of just great runs between the two Prince brothers to set up the OCA Eagles. It'll be 2nd and 1 from the 1. Started the second quarter. Let's see, this might be a great time for the Cashion Wildcats to show some tackling prowess that's been missing here in the first quarter. Fullback set here, double tight end on the right side. And Keyshawn Prince, the runner, looks like it'll be Galen on the quarterback keeper. Is he in?
Yep.
Looks like they will. It'll be a touchdown, OCA Eagles, and we have a tie ball game, 13-all.
Yeah, and they're just pretty much just lining up and saying, we're going to run it down your throat. You know, that drive right there was mostly runs that got them down the field. And right now, our front line, what I talked about being dominant up front, winning the line of scrimmage, they are not doing that. They are losing the line of scrimmage. And even when they get there, you asked, do they have Vaseline on their jerseys? Because we are not making tackles. The only tackle we made was the one that Vandriff had. Other than that, lots of hand tackling, lots of arm tackling, and that is
OCA going to tie that game up at Edmond North Stadium. Let's go to Duncan, where Noble leads at 21-7, and they have the football.
Basically, one-on-one tackle there,
Yeah.
too. So tremendous play to bring him down, and this will probably give Duncan their worst starting position here. So great job, Jackson Stewart, on that play. Sophomore once again, so that's big for us. Okay, maybe that pick six will put a little energy into the defensive front and in the middle here. So see what we got. Oh boy, now we got, it kind of the confusion sometimes. I don't know if they're switching balls or what they're gonna. Oh, I think it may have our football maybe.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Okay. Okay.
Do we have a weighted one over there on the sideline we could give him?
Maybe so. No seams on it.
Yeah. No seams, about
it has
30 pounds.
Vaseline all on it, you bet, man.
Borrowed a few from the Patriots.
That'd be deflated then if that was deflate gate. Yep.
Oh.
Speaking of the big Tom Brady returning to Foxborough this Sunday.
Yeah.
That's going to be a cool game to watch. So
be interesting to see how the crowd reacts to him.
Yeah, you should be nothing but love, right?
Well, it should be. That's exactly right.
Man,
I think he's given that city enough.
6 Super Bowls will.
Another run for Garland. Oh, nice play fake and then wide open out here.
Well, we had a huge hold though.
Yeah, got a hold back here.
Well, but on our defensive front, they actually held Tavian Gibbons on the backside and pushed him down, held him big time. So he could. So that
well,
edge
that's cheating,
was,
Shane.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
So that was and I can't believe the guy didn't call it here though. Wow, that was a.
So the flag is at the 49, the Bear 49, so they missed the one in the backfield.
It literally was right on the line of scrimmage.
Okay, we'll be back to Duncan. Let's take you to a game we haven't shown you yet. The Guyman Tigers, Class 5A at Piedmont Wildcats. Looks like Piedmont on offense and driving at 21-0.
A close. All Piedmont in the first 12 minutes of this one as the Wildcats lead 21-0 at the end of one. We'll take a break and come back after this. This is Wildcat Football brought to you by F&M Bank.
Into the first quarter in Piedmont. Let's take you to another game we haven't shown you yet. In El Reno, we have Lawton Mac, the Highlanders, up 15-0 on El Reno. Looks like El Reno has the football.
One isolated receiver to the far side. Bubble screen to the near side, although the bubble screen was set up in an unconventional manner. Normally you see either a doubles or a trips to the screen side. But no, he was lined up more as a second tight end behind the conventional tight end spot off the line. Then the tight end set the first block on that near side screen. Single receiver to each side, lone running back. That running back spins, fights his way forward, finally falls down. That'll go down as a gain of about 20, give or take a few. Clock continues to run as we near 2 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the first quarter. El Reno looking to get a stop, trying to stop the bleeding as they fell behind early and find themselves in a 15-0 hole. Play action by MacArthur. The pass thrown over the head of and behind the intended receiver who managed to make the grab anyway. Pretty athletic catch by, it looks like number 7 of the Highlanders. 7.
We'll be back to El Reno as the Highlanders are getting close to the pay dirt, but a team that's in the pay dirt, the Kingfisher Yellow Jackets at Douglas.
37-20 Hall last year over Perkins.
Maybe it's 2 years ago.
Maybe it's 2 years ago, Jamie. Things happen.
I know Perkins was better 2 years ago. Really good team 2 years ago. Better 2 years ago than they were last year. We get as old as I am, though. It all runs together. Second goal for the Jackets at the 14-yard line. Trying to reclaim the lead.
Empty backfield, get rid of it.
Yep, does. It is Cooper. Breaks one tackle, gets chased down from behind. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 6. Stevenson Insurance Center 3rd down. Clock keeper likes to stop the clock. Got it going again. You got you a little Jiminy right there.
Yeah, he was hanging on your shoulder there. He's tired of it being cold in here.
3rd and goal.
High snap. Sternberger's going to keep himself.
Yep, there was a little pull action on that play. He pulls it down. Only picks up about 2. It's going to be 4th and goal. Trojans making Kingfisher earn it here. And if Kingfisher's going to get it, they're going to have to do it in the second quarter. That's the end of the first. Kingfisher 7, Douglas 7. What will the Jackets do? We'll find out after this commercial break.
Into the first quarter in Douglas as Kingfisher is in the pay dirt. We'll be right back to that game. Let's take you to Cashion, where Ben Harmon took a shot to the head and was out for a couple minutes, but looks like he is back in, and the Wildcats are driving down 14-13.
It's 2-by-2 for the Wildcats. 1st and 10 here, right around the 46 of OCA. Cashin looking to take the lead as giving up the touchdown and extra point, down 14-13. Screen play to Lagasse. He's going to inside tunnel. He's going to break a tackle. He's going to work outside, and he'll looks like he'll get about a nice five-yard chunk there on that play.
Yeah, and one thing that the OCA kids are doing they are coming down and tackling and coming in and hitting. I mean, we saw them being on the ground, but I mean they are coming in with some physicality, and the Wildcats have done a good job of just keeping driving down the field.
So Cashin showing a little control here on the clock. 10:42 second quarter, 2-by-2. Cashin back to pass. Harmon looking across the middle. Steps up in the pocket. He's got a deep middle. Lagasse over his head, and that'll be intercepted. That'll be caught by number 15, Creighton Jones. He'll get to the outside and eventually brought down and tackled, and that'll be the first turnover of the game as the Cashin Wildcats giving it up on a wide-open play to Landon Lagasse, and it'll be first down.
Big play there for the OCA Eagle defense as they get an interception from Ben Harmon. Let's take you back to Douglas where the Kingfisher Yellow Jackets are in the pay dirt.
Well, it looked like he was sitting on an airplane. All right, first play of the second quarter. It is Munoz in the backfield with Sternberger. Fourth down and goal.
Motion across.
Sternberger rolls, looking, throws, has a man. Great catch. There's your Dennis's Express Pharmacy touchdown, a 4-yard touchdown pass. Was that Reagan?
Yes, it was.
Man, what a grab by the sophomore. Goes up high.
Touchdown there for the Yellow Jackets as they take the lead in Douglas. Let's go back to Duncan where the Noble Bears had the football in a 21-7 lead.
That point.
Yep.
So as you can see, we've got a little homecoming night. Got the shirts flying into the home side here.
Right, and we saw some of the candidates, the Queen candidates earlier today. One of them was wearing a really pretty royal blue dress, and the other one was wearing a gold one. I think that's a pretty good sign.
Yes, it is.
You know,
they're calling for that Bear victory.
Back to pass. Oh, he's got him over the middle. Nice throw.
A little bit of stumble there, but he's got it.
Nice
all the
job.
way down to the ankle. Looked pretty good there.
Yeah,
he got taken down with that ankle, though.
Yeah.
That's the only bad thing.
Oh, well.
Gosh, if he doesn't have that ankle, he goes to the house.
Yeah, nice play.
Great throw.
You know,
great catch.
that's one of those against that 3-3 stack, and I don't know why you're in that 3-3 stack on 3rd and 10 against us, because the middle is open, right? I mean, that's exactly what happened. Great call.
Yes.
That wasn't one of my 10. I did not make that call, but it was on my list. I'm gonna go ahead and cross it off.
Okay, very good. So that's one just to throw in the trash can is what you're saying.
Timeout on the field in Duncan. Let's go back to the game of the week.
Throw the intended receiver that time, P.J. Porter, who was wide open well beyond the first down marker.
Yeah, was that Ortega? It almost looked like it was Laverty back there. I thought it was number 6.
I think it was Laverty, who actually has punted some this season as well. So they turn it over on downs, and you won't see Carson misfire on a wide-open receiver like that very often.
Yeah, just kind of some jitters here. Obviously, you know, he hasn't been as clean as what he's been in some of the other games.
I don't care what anybody says. He's playing with a lot of emotion tonight, playing against.
We'll be right back to the game of the week, but we have the OCA Eagles undefeated, and they are driving again almost to the pay dirt on the Cashin Wildcat defense.
Easy thing to do when a kid that is shifty and has some speed like
and has had that much open space.
Yeah, has that much room to work, to break down and make a tackle like that. So give it up to Nathan right there, saving that touchdown.
So Prince breaking up, nice little holdover, breaks a couple tackles, 1st and 10 from the 27, 8:29. The run game for the Eagles has been on point. Brody Galen will come back. He'll check down, and they're showing that bunch formation.
We'll be right back to Edmond
power
North.
left
Let's
look
take you
here for the,
back to Duncan, where
Eagle.
the Noble Bears up 21-7 and in the pay dirt.
Yeah. So good catch there by Luke Conley.
They still had that 3-3 stack, but they brought one up over here on this side to apply pressure.
I did see that. Was it number 44, kind of up on the edge there?
Yeah, that's it. He's still there.
Yeah, over Teener.
Yes,
yeah, exactly.
Okay, nice job, Colin. See, that time they were out of it a little bit. They only had about 7. You know, it looked like they backed off a little bit again, and then we run the ball.
Yeah. So
good job.
Yeah, great call here. Just kind of keeping them all balanced.
You know, from someone who's just kind of been a fan all year. How much freedom does Colin have to change the play at the line?
Well, I would say not. I think they give him a couple of plays to think about.
Up the middle again. Did he reach it?
Touchdown.
There he goes.
He got over. Yeah, reached the ball out there at the end.
Yeah, he
Noble with another touchdown as they take a commanding lead in that game in the second quarter. Let's take you back to Edmond North, where OCA is in the pay dirt, about to extend their lead.
As they're driving right around the, looks like they're inside the
inside the pay dirt territory.
Yeah, pay dirt territory. This is not the pay dirt I like to see. 7:14 running clock, 1st and 10. Staying in that same bunch formation. Now it's a two-back set for Galen, Brody Galen and the OCA Eagles. Cashin showing blitz. It's going to keeper. It's going to roll him out to the right side. He's got a lane. No one there. Jace Evans getting blocked. Looks like Gilbert with the eventual touchdown-saving tackle. Where is first down and goal for the OCA Eagles, looking to add to this 14-13 lead.
Where is Jackson Van? Usually, Jackson is right there coming off
They're running
that
away
edge.
from him. They're running away from him. They're overloading on Joey
Those plays
Wilson's
where they've
side.
had those big runs, it looks like everything's kind of coagulated right there in the middle, which gives them plenty of space on either of the outsides.
Yep. So 1st and goal, 6:32 running clock. Antoine Prince is checked in to the right of Brody Galen. There's a give.
There's a fumble.
There is a ball loose. Looks like it will be cash and ball. If it is, God bless America, it is. As Landon Lagasse, Johnny on the spot. I thought there was a loose ball, but I couldn't tell because they messed up last time on the exchange. And it'll be cash and football right at the 2-yard line. God bless America, Coach.
Big goal line stand there for the Cash and Wildcat defense as Landon Lagasse gets on top of that fumble. Let's take you to Piedmont, where the Guyman Tigers are in the pay dirt.
This is when this defense, this front seven, kind of put that big play behind them and just know that right behind them is the end zone. So you have to protect the end zone here at every chance you get. So this is a big-time stop for the big-time upcoming stop for this defense in order to kind of hold them to possibly a field goal or maybe a turnover if they can go to 4 downs. But this is a big-time momentum shift if they let this happen.
Martinez has the snap go through his hands, and he's got a fall on it. Back at the 15-yard line, and there's the relief you get back to the 16.
That was definitely a Piedmont bounce that came out from the center up to the to Martinez, and that's the second time that's happened. So that might be one of those things where you go to the sidelines and just practice a couple snaps just to make sure you've got that cadence down between the quarterback and the center, making sure they're on the same wavelength on some of these snaps.
Okay, we'll be back to Piedmont. Let's take you to John Marshall at Hara. Looks like the Hara Panthers are in the pay dirt.
This man is a monster.
If Nick Moore wanted to, he could go D1, I think.
Absolutely, I think.
Someone is very possibly going to be paying him a lot of money to play football one day.
I certainly believe so. He's got the build for it, for sure.
Especially after he gets into a college workout regimen, and they're feeding him all kinds of stuff. Not drugs, of course, like protein. That's what I meant. Protein. Anyway, Mort Barber keeps it, and he is into the end zone for another Hara Panthers touchdown.
Hara extends their lead on John Marshall. Let's take you to the game of the week. The Antlers are in the pay dirt.
6'1" and 202, a sophomore. I mean, he pounded his way up there inside the 1.
Miller had carried 19 times for 141 yards. He was denied at the doorstep. His first varsity touchdown at Deer Creek. They quickly go without a huddle again. Now Pence walks up behind the line of scrimmage, has plenty of time to snap it, and now they're going to call a false start against Deer Creek.
Oh, goodness. That's definitely not something you want to see. But with the RPO game and the stuff they do off play action, man, it makes it so difficult even down here in the end zone to defend all of that and all the different weapons that we've seen Pence hit already tonight.
Literally, it's a 5-yard penalty. That's how close to the end zone or the goal line that ball was. It's 2nd and goal to go with the 5-yard line for the Antlers. Miller, the single setback. They fake the handoff. Pence standing tall, rolling right. Pence looking left, dumps
Good
it off
ball.
to the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown.
Deer Creek extends their lead on PC North as they get the passing touchdown there. Let's take you back to Edmond North, where Cashin with the football down 1.
Up a little more.
So a nice inside gift to Nick Nabaga, the senior from Harmon. That'll be a nice 5-yard gain. It'll be enough for the first down, right around the 49 of Cashin. 3:53, plenty of time here for the Wildcats as they have 2 timeouts left. Harmon back to pass, looking to his left. Out and up. It's wide open. Lagasse with the ball. Hopefully catch it to the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cashin Wildcats. Give and go, up and down, in and out. Landon Lagasse from Harmon. And you heard it here, another touchdown, Cashin Wildcats.
Second touchdown of the night for Landon Lagasse as he continues his tear. Let's go to El Reno, where the Highlanders, Lawton Mack, are in the pay dirt.
To Bomona, a 6'5", 290-pound offensive lineman, defensive lineman. Illegal forward pass. I'm not sure if that's because he was across the line of scrimmage or because the man who got it was not eligible to catch the football. In any event, that's going to be a penalty mark-off. It's also going to be a loss of down. Anytime you see the ref in the white hat put his hands behind his hat, that's indicative of a loss of down situation. So they're going to mark it off from that yardage. And we'll bring you the call. Illegal touching. Illegal touching ruled against MacArthur. So it's a 5-yard penalty, but it's also a loss of down. So that down counts. It'll be 2nd down and 21. Quarterback takes snap, handoff to the running back. He's stacked up immediately by the Indians. Number 35, Nate Carney, made first contact there. Several of his teammates came in on the assist. And that'll go down as another loss. 3rd down in the greater 73076 zip code. Call it 3rd and 23. Pocket holds up.
Issues with El Reno's feed, so we're going to hopefully get those fixed. Let's go over to Noble at Duncan. Looks like the Duncan Demons are driving, but down 28-7 early.
Won't run quite so fast.
No, exactly. Man, but he's been really tough this first half.
Long 2nd and 25, 26 here.
Man, that's going to be a. There it's just
throw the ball.
No flag. Come on, no flag. No catch.
He caught it. Number 7. Nice catch. He was all over him. I was like you. I thought they're going to get us right there because I think we were a little early, but
still sets up a huge 3rd down and long.
3rd and long, 3rd and about 18.
Okay. Yeah, here we go. So you got to feel they at least got to try to chunk it past the original line of scrimmage, you would think here.
Yeah. Yeah, again, they're probably in 4-down territory, so if they can kick up half, that'll give them a shot. But so we need to tighten it up here.
Be nice.
Quarterback draw.
Okay, there we go.
Number 8.
It'll be 4th and long still, so that that will stop the clock.
Crawley and Lyle.
What is he at, about 4th and 10?
Yes.
10 to go?
Yeah, he's right there.
Marking about
12.
31.
About 4th and 12 actually here. So another big down here, guys.
Yep.
4:28. I mean, another big stop. We get a stop here. We get the ball, go score. And
there's plenty of time.
Yeah, plenty of time in this one. That is be big here if we can get a stop.
Empty backfield.
Any silly penalties. Stay home here, Jackson Stewart.
Yeah, watch for the hard count. Okay.
Deep.
Down the middle. Oh, he's there. Get him down.
Oh, he got it.
Very close. I think he's going to give it to him.
Really good effort there by number 2. Is that Brookshire again?
Yep, sure was. Number 2. He's kind of been their go-to guy.
Yep.
Couts, Garland, and Brookshire have been their guys all night. So
that's one of those deals where we kind of dropped a little too deep. You got to keep. You drop to the. You got to know the stick there.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
The down and distance, and don't give that to them underneath like that.
No doubt. And give credit to Brookshire knowing where the stick was. Right. Because he caught that right at the
Caught it right
there.
at it, and then he spun and fought and fell forward.
Yeah, so that was a good play there by Bryson Brookshire. And so here we go.
Backfield again, he's rolling.
They're
out.
Skip that, yeah.
Threw it low.
So
wasn't going anywhere anyway.
Yeah, it wasn't. Logan Kirby had a beat on him, but good job there, Lucas Conley. Nice pursuit to Kenny Garland on the rollout, and just kind of made him throw on that run. And obviously that's not his strength,
right?
Throwing that ball on the run. So nice play there, Lucas Conley. And like you had said, if he catches that, he's not going anywhere. It's
Nope.
second 10 anyway.
Probably helps us a little bit because it stops the clock. The incompletion, if he catches it, the clock keeps going, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We want the ball back
yes,
here.
Definitely want to get another chance at it right for halftime here. And here we go. Empty back set again.
There he goes.
Golly, you just overrunning everything, guys.
Oh, boy. She's shifty.
I mean,
really,
it's just
really good play. I mean, yeah, you'd like to.
Touchdown there for Duncan as they get that lead shortened to 28-14. Let's take you to Cashin.
5-10, yes sir, touchdown. Cashin Wildcats, Nick the Bobby, 30-yard scamper, and the Cashin are pouring it on here in the second quarter.
Wow, just a great run right there by Nick. Good job by the boys up front.
Amazing.
To really seal that edge over there and let him get that wide open
Just missed part of that
field
run
to,
by Nick
to do
Bobby.
damage in, and he got out there, and by the time the tackler got
back to the game of the week, PC North down 21-0 with the football.
Eli Dunn, but it was Denver Hanna at defensive end, and Hanna tackles him after a yard gain to the 32.
Well, and obviously Denver's one of those kids that he's a big kid. He looks the part, doesn't he?
6'3", 240. He's every bit of 240. 3rd and 8 for Laverty and company at their own 32. They motion the man out of the backfield. Here comes the blitz, and they got him again. They have sacked Carson Laverty once more, and it was Dax Lewis who came in with 2 sacks of the season that won the battle up front and sacks Carson Laverty back at the 19.
Well, and that time, too, obviously they had a 3-man rush, and it seemed like Laverty bounced and just kind of bounced into the rush. If he'd have been able to step up into the pocket, I think he'd have had some space to possibly make a play.
So a big punt upcoming here for Diego Otero as he stands back at his own 3-yard line. And it has been all Deer Creek, and they are showing pressures. They look like they're going to come after Otero. And the
Putnam
snap.
City North punting back to Deer Creek. Let's take it to John Marshall, where Hara, the Panthers, are up 14-0 and in the pay dirt to extend their lead.
Some clock, I guess. Definitely not chew clock. Well, they might want to chew some clock and not give Marshall the ball back before half. Boone takes the snap and he hands it off to Mort Barber, and he is swallowed up pretty much immediately.
Barber on the carry.
Looks like Mort lost his mouth guard there.
3rd down and goal for the Panthers.
It's going to be 3rd and 3 officially. And even if they don't get it here, there's absolutely no reason why they shouldn't go for it. Imagine giving the opposing team the ball on the 1-yard line. And there is a flag on the Bears. Drew him off sides.
And coach with the call against John Marshall will be half the distance penalty.
Half the distance to the goal line when you're on the 2 isn't a huge deal, quite frankly. But you still love to draw them off sides and draw a flag.
It's fun, man. It's fun.
Even if it really doesn't do too much to them, honestly, it's just a mental game.
Absolutely, 100%.
Pre-snap motion by the Panthers. Boone takes the snap, and he's going to keep it himself, and he is in for his 3rd touchdown.
Boone for the touchdown. A 2-yard run for the Dozer.
The Boone Dozer is in for another touchdown this season.
Touchdown for the Panthers as they have a 20-0 lead, and with the extra point pending. Let's take you to Douglas, where the Kingfisher Yellow Jackets lead 14-7 and are driving with the football.
Kingfisher got their personnel on the field.
Sternberger gets the
Cove on
snap,
motion.
has a step up, is going to run it.
Good block right there.
And it was not a good block that brought 3 flags onto the field. And it's going to come back. I was looking, and I didn't see a flag, and then all of a sudden,
a plethora. Block from behind.
Yeah, I'm going to guess. And I'll also guess that Douglas will accept the penalty. Just a hunch. I'm pretty good on these.
Blindside block. Well, I thought it was a pretty good block. Shows you what I know. Oh, they're still coming back.
Brings it all the way back to the 45. It's going to make it to 3rd down and about 11. It almost, that's one of those where he's there to make the block, and then the defender kind of turns, and then you're blocking him in the back. And not saying that absolutely was the case there, but I think when he's initiated the block, he was in good position, but didn't work out in the Jackets' favor. It's going to be another Stevenson Insurance Center 3rd down. Sternberger immediately under pressure, has to get rid of it way too soon. And that play was doomed from the start. Yek Insurance Services. They tagged us in a Facebook post. They're watching. I'm going to guess that's Kyle.
Yellow Jackets lining up to punt, so let's take you to Duncan, where the Noble Bears on offense in the pay dirt.
Oh, we got a flag.
Got a
What do we
flag.
got? Is that going to be a late hit on or a personal foul on us? Because that's usually that late, the play was done and then the white hat threw that.
Golly,
Calling
that call.
out, I think, 64 McDonald.
Okay, but what, they got a hold downfield, or what did they call, you think? You see that, James?
I did not hear what they called yet.
Okay. So maybe one of those deals. Still going to set up a short first and or maybe it's going to be basically the same play, right? Yeah, just maybe 1st and 12 now. So, but
Did you hear that unsportsmanlike?
Unsportsmanlike.
On who? Did you happen to see who they called it on?
I heard them call 64 out, so I'm not
Okay.
sure. That's not like McDonald, though.
He threw that flag. That was a referee. He threw that flag from 25 yards away. I
Yes,
don't
he
know
did.
that he could have heard anything.
I know it. He must have obviously pushed him there at the end or something.
All right, 1st and 12. Calling on the run again. Get out of bounds. There we go. Good job.
Okay, good. So we got another flag here.
Oh,
So
they
I
come
think-
from the other direction.
Yeah, it
this
is. McDonald was in there again.
Now, I think this might be on Duncan this time. I saw the Duncan kid. They were pulling his kid back. I think it's going to be a late hit on Duncan this time. So that should extend us into their red zone. I don't know. It's a tough call. It's kind of a tough angle up here.
On 17 and 3, respectively, Demons and Bears.
So offsetting.
Offset, so
So the play should stand, right?
Play
Oh, replay, right? Replay the down.
if it was after the whistle,
It was offset. Okay,
it'll offset and the down will count.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We got a timeout. Good timeout here by Coach George
Yep.
to kind of settle them down.
Yep.
That's back-to-back plays. We've had a little
Punter on
chirping
the
going on.
field here in Duncan, so let's take you back to Edmond North Field, where OCA with the ball down 25-14.
They counter back inside with Brent. He's got a hole, breaking tackles, eventually brought down by Camden Maroney, and I'm absolutely disgusted by all the up top hand grabbing. You guys mentioned it. I haven't seen anyone hit the hips, and that'll be a 1st down for the OCA Eagles. 1:25. The Eagles do have 3 timeouts left, looking to drive here to try to answer the Cashin Wildcats. It looks like that will be a timeout, Cashin. And I think that's a good timeout by Coach Wood.
Yeah,
Get out of
absolutely.
that speed rush set there, up-tempo set by Coach Powell and the Eagles.
With the tackling, though, I mean, it's like kind of we talked about with the referees last weekend with what they're going to do, that kind of a deal. Same thing with OCA. You've seen what they're going to run. You've seen how they run, how the Prince kid runs. I mean, obviously, from what they've done so far, they know they can't, just wrap up and not wrap up. They can't just arm tackle and just run after guys and tackle high. So, I mean, I'm hopefully in the second half there's some
Timeout on the field in Edmond, so let's take you back to the game of the week.
What it's probably just as well a dropped interception because now PC North is going to punt deep in their own end zone.
Yeah, in that scenario there, Laverty had his man. I think the ball just kind of hung up on him just a little bit too long, and it just goes back to what we talked about with the athletes that Deer Creek has out there. That time we see the stud from Deer Creek make another big play and almost picked it.
Diego Otero needs a good punt. He's back 9 yards deep in the end zone. The snap floats back. Otero with a good punt. Tomlin will make the fair catch at the 36-yard line. That's a 30-yard punt, but not much better you could do from literally in front of the back line of your own end zone.
And this is a big, big, big key here for Putnam City North. They need to make sure that they keep Deer Creek out of the end zone on this drive. You got 1 minute and 24 seconds. You got to stop last time. Let's see if Jalil Johnson can get his Panthers a stop before the half.
1:24 to play here in the first half. They will start for the...
We'll be right back to the game of the week. Let's take you to Noble at Duncan. Noble Bears on offense.
Yeah, he missed that one, I think. And again, we're up in the booth. It is kind of a different angle here, but
we are kind of pulling for one side.
Absolutely, yeah.
Two,
that's always caught right
there. When in doubt, that's a touchdown, man.
Oh yeah, we have a replay here.
Okay.
And look at this. It's the ball is secured.
Yep.
Right, he almost had 2 feet in.
Yeah, I thought he had. I thought he might have got both feet in. Yeah, on the replay, we're seeing that.
Yeah, that was. So he looks like from the angle we have on this video.
Well, that was a good call there too, Shane. I mean, you made that call, didn't you?
Yes. Well, you just setting up that.
Hey, we got him down here 1-on-1. Let's go to him. 4th and 7. This big play right here. Play action, stepping up. Oh, he's there.
Oh, nice play. We got another flag down.
We got a flag. He's calling a touchdown, but we got the flag down.
I think he was holding. God dang it, and Trevor Ward just got a flag, too.
I think that's unsportsmanlike there.
That should be on the kickoff, but I think we're going to have holding on the secondary.
Yeah, I think they were interfering or holding there. I thought initially he was throwing to Wardrop, and the throw was a little shorter. He may have been throwing to Harper all along, but
the Bears are corralling out here.
Okay. And I can't believe they're not pushing them away because, those refs like their privacy there a little bit. But I think we're going to get a hold in the secondary, but then we're going to get a personal foul on Wardrop.
Yep.
And they'll probably assess that on the kickoff or the extra point, right? You always forget those daggum rules there.
Probably. Looks like a touchdown there for the Noble Bears as they're sorting out those penalties. Let's take you back to the game of the week. Antlers on offense, almost halftime.
Wilson makes a cut running left, runs into a Panther wall as he gets about 1.5 yards to the 42-yard line. And a timeout called by Deer Creek with 46 seconds to play here in the first half. 21-0 Antlers your score on the High Plains Insurance Skordle game of the week.
Timeout there in the game of the week.
Did you know that we could see you without a doctor's referral for up to 30 days?
With the ball and driving.
Insurances allow you to save the time.
That's who it was pointed at. Let's see what the call is going to be for. Now, if that does go against OCA, that's a huge penalty.
Huge penalty in a spot that they don't need that at as far as their offense goes. They're in a pretty good position offensively, and if this is a penalty on them,
the way things have
that's
gone,
unfortunate.
I have a
no one's moving. No one's moving. I don't see.
We'll be right back to Edmond. Let's take you to Kingfisher at Douglas. Douglas Trojans with the football.
Trip formation this time.
Kingfisher 4 down linemen and showing blitz, and there's pressure from the outside. Will they get to more? They do.
Munoz.
That was Alan Munoz with the sack. It's going to force a 3rd down and long. Munoz kicked in the afterburners, chased him down, grabbed a foot, pulled him down all the way back at the 25. It's going to be 3rd and about 12. This is where if you're the Kingfisher coaches, you say, hey, keep 23 in front of you, which I think is part of the reason you're seeing these large cushions.
And now we're going to isolate you with 23 on the home side here. What are we looking at?
Went to a slant to Stewart. He makes the catch. He gets the 1st down. He breaks a tackle. He's off to the races. One man with a chance, and that was Snodgrass and cannot quite get him down. So once
touchdown Douglas as they tie that game up. Let's take you to John Marshall at Hera. The Bears with the football.
Touchdown. Wow, that was a beautiful play. Good grief. Did you see that read he made? Wow. Honestly, I think that play was ugly, but it turned out to be beautiful at the very end.
It started out ugly, but man, it sure took a turn.
And the clock has expired on the game.
Just missed that touchdown pass as John Marshall looks to make it 21-7 right before halftime. There, let's take you back to the game of the week. About 30 seconds left on the clock before halftime, and Antlers in the pay dirt.
They've been in pay dirt tonight more than Andy Campbell has.
They have been.
26 seconds to play here with the first half. It is second down and goal to go. The ball is just inside the 5-yard line. Wilson is the single setback. They fake the handoff. Now Pence rolls right, and he's in for the touchdown.
He faked everybody out there. Pence did a heck of a job on his RPO. He pumped the ball like he was going to throw it, and even the defender that was
Deer Creek scores again. They are making that game a blowout right before halftime. Let's take you back to Edmond Norris football field where OCA is in the pay dirt.
As Galen rolls out, in pressures in the body, throw across the body, and that's caught by number 85, Caleb Cornell. Great catch behind the back shoulder. You got to give credit to the OCA Eagles taking advantage and scoring with 32 seconds left on the clock.
And they're going to go for 2 here to try to break it, bring it into a 3-point game going into halftime.
Got to give credit, Brody Galen, the junior. I don't know if he was here last year, if he transferred in, but he's actually done very well, rolling to his right side, killing time. He's actually got a couple big first downs, and now he finds his big target, number 85.
Touchdown there for OCA as they narrow that gap right before halftime. Let's take you back to Douglas, where the Trojans are kicking off to the Kingfisher Wildcats after tying the game.
Yards. They've connected on over 150 yards of touchdowns plays, and that's just the 2 touchdowns. I'm guessing Stewart now has over 200 yards receiving this half. He's got a 37-yarder earlier, a long reception on third down prior to that. Kick is up, fielded by Snodgrass at the 20. Gets through that tackle.
Got a little running room.
Got a lane. Has the kicker to beat. The kicker slows him down, but Snodgrass still on his feet is going to get run down finally inside the 30.
Impressive run.
50. See where they mark it.
About the 27-yard line, 28.
52-yard return.
Yard return on the ball that he had to struggle to go get.
Yep. Doug and Kim Yek are also watching. Appreciate you guys watching. 2:32 to play. Jackets with a great kickoff return from Slade Snodgrass after giving up. The Jackets gave up that long touchdown play. So Kingfisher in great field position here to try to end the half, and Kingfisher will receive to start the second half as well.
We'll be right back to Douglas with Kingfisher. You're entering the pay dirt. Let's take you back to Cashin and OCA.
Back to the middle, get to the outside. There's going to be a chance here with a lane. Legas, the outside. Can he show the jet to the 45-50? Cuts back all the way across into OCA territory. Huge return by Landon Legas all the way down to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, good job by Landon there just to get out there. And then we talked about it earlier, just
Okay, we're going to switch back and forth between Kingfisher and Cashin as these two teams are close to pay dirt right before halftime. So let's take you back to Kingfisher.
Munoz again, and he's hit quickly again. Just nothing doing there. Not getting the help up front that he needs.
Oh, no, he was met by 3 Douglas defensive personnel.
So it's going to set up third down and 10. This will be a Stevenson Insurance Center third down and 10. Clock's running, minute and a half to go. Kingfisher's at the Douglas 28-yard line. Three wideouts. Sternberger rolls, plants, thinks about throwing, pulls it.
Field, plenty of running room.
He's got the first down. He's inside the 10, makes a move upfield, and he gets into the end zone. Dennis's Express Pharmacy touchdown run. Jack Sternberger, 28 yards.
Good coverage downfield by Douglas, and once again, Sternberger has to use his legs.
That was on 3rd and 10.
Big play there by Sternberger as Kingfisher gets their lead back right before half. Let's take you to Bethel, where the Washington Warriors on offense leading at 28-12.
Then still in motion, they're running the option. I don't know, a funky design play, but they're able to get some yards off of it. He's at the 40, turns it on. He's held up. Good job by the Wildcat defender by not throwing him down.
It's kind of a weird option, TJ. Almost
it was kind of just
running back to him.
Slow developing, wasn't it?
Usually with a quarterback, you think they're going to get upfield and miss the ball. Either way, it worked.
Warriors have a first down on the Washington 48-yard line. 3 receivers to the left. Handoff goes to Cole Scott. He's got room to run. Runs through a defender and is brought down at the 30. Warriors working that run game now.
Big O laying the wood right there. TJ, that was a massive hold that Scott hit.
Okay, we'll switch back and forth between Washington as they're getting close to the pay dirt, but Cash and Wildcats are in the pay dirt at the 15-yard line.
He's got Legas on the flats, rolls out to his right, throws it up in the air, and that'll fall out of bounds. And that'll be the end of the half as the Cash and Wildcats missed out on a great opportunity to add another touchdown. And that will be it as the Cash and Wildcats will enter into the halftime locker room up 25.
End of the half there as Cashin misses an opportunity to extend their lead. Let's take you back to Bethel, Washington Warriors in the pay dirt.
In the second half, or second quarter, excuse me. Another handoff to Scott up the middle.
A big hole.
Okay, wrap that ball up. Pushes it down to 11. Kyle, he's going to get that ball ripped from him if he doesn't put two hands on it.
Yeah, got to keep the ball tight. Definitely don't want to turnover right here. About to score with the minute 18 left. Done a pretty good job managing the clock on this drive with 2:24 left, TJ. Don't want to get Bethel anything else.
Defense on their heels right now. Scott takes it to the 6-yard line where it'll be second down and goal. See if the Warriors take a little time now between these two plays. Timeouts left. Field's a little moist, so running back's gonna have to make sure they put two hands on it. Control that ball, secure it. They send Steele in motion. Run the option again. They pitch it to Steele. Steele's gotta make a man miss. He's close.
Looks like he's in.
And he's in. Touchdown, Warriors. 6-yard option run by Lane Steele. Gives the Warriors their first offensive touchdown.
Washington Warriors extend their lead right before halftime, so let's take you back to Douglas where the Trojans are on offense, down 21-14.
Well, that was a pass to the sideline, but the receiver was running more of a post there.
It was to the sideline. That was a zig and a zag. And we got a penalty on the play.
Can't Buy Me Love? Is that what that's from?
Yep.
I
can come up with a few more of them, but I better not.
Not on the air, please.
Not on the air. Ronald McDonald.
Well, after the penalty, and that backs them up 15 yards.
3 wideouts. Got their number 1 receiver isolated up top. Might be a holding.
And I'll tell you what.
It was close to
Cooper
pass fix.
needs to go make a play on the ball, not the receiver.
Somehow we ran 3 plays and there's 6 seconds gone. We're going to call it a catch at the 40.
So it is a catch. A big game there for the Trojans as they get most of that yardage back and then some. It's going to be second and about 4. Pursuit by the defense, and that could very well be a grounding.
Very well should be.
There was no Trojan in the area.
The clock is running. There we go. Now he's You'll have to put more time back on the clock.
When they wave their hands over their head like they're doing jumping jacks, it stopped the clock.
25 seconds, please.
He's trying. He's efforting.
Yep, I heard
He's
that.
working. He's going to put 35 on there. Nobody. $25. We're going to be here forever. There we go. 3rd and 4.
I don't want to open the door and tell them, but
But I will.
But I will.
3rd and 4 for the Trojans. They go for Stewart. He makes the catch. He breaks 1 tackle. Doesn't break 2. Clock will stop until they move the chains. The Trojans are out of timeouts. That gets the ball down to the 46-yard line. Once they get to, now he's saying start it up. Boy, who does he watch?
I don't know that he's watching anybody.
More of the stiff arm.
Buy some time, jumps in the air.
Lets it go. Is it? Oh, it's
incomplete.
broken up. And we got a flag coming in late here. Illegal receiver downfield, I believe. The lineman had gone further than they should have, so that will back the Trojans up here. They'll get one more shot, I believe.
It depends on your clock
Yeah,
operator,
I
how many
mean-
more times you want. But yes, it should be.
I mean, we are an hour and 20 minutes into this one. All right. Probably the final play of the half. Watch 23.
Kingfisher showing a cushion here.
They're going to go with the seam. Pass, tight end, right down the middle.
And that is the quarter.
And the half. So, an hour, 21 minutes later, we do reach halftime. A lot has happened. It's Kingfisher 21, Douglas 14. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back,
Okay, welcome back to the Skordle studio at Orthodontics, exclusively in Norman, Oklahoma. Some really good games going on right now, and also some blowouts. We have Kingfisher and Douglas is a tight game. Yellow Jackets lead that one by 7, as you saw. It just went to half. Cashin and OCA, this is an offensive shootout at Edmund Norris Field. Really good game going so far. We'll watch a lot of that one in the second half. MacArthur is blowing out El Reno. Game of the week, Deer Creek is blowing out PC North, and also Piedmont blowing out Guyman 42-0 at halftime in Piedmont. So we'll be watching closely that Hara-John Marshall game, as that one is close. Kingfisher and Douglas, and also Cash and OCA in the second half. But we're going to bring you all the best action, as we always do every week. Anytime a team is in the pay dirt, we'll try to show that to you live as best that we can. All of our other games right now are at halftime, so we're going to send you to commercial just for a couple minutes while we bring the other games back from half, and we'll get you back to the action just as soon as there's anything to show you. Thank you for joining us.
Station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@skordle.com right now for more information.
Ortho Plus is an orthopedic urgent care. If you go to a regular emergency room, you're going to be evaluated by somebody who does everything. With orthopedic urgent care and with Keith Holloman, you're getting an orthopedic trained physician assistant.
I am tech.
I am tech. I am
The way you used to access healthcare previously, I think that's kind of out of date. I think Ortho Plus and Calvin were trying to get patients access to him and then have the assurance that you'll be referred to the right people. That's why I think the partnership is so good.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Stream like the pros with Skordle Live. Find out more at skordle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Versatile Networks can handle all of your school or business technology and wiring needs. Expanding into a new building or office space? We would love to give you a free quote for your network wiring. Are your computers outdated? Are your servers slow? Is your network underperforming? Is your wireless network weak? Let Versatile Networks come in and assess the situation and get you back up and running the way you should be. Call Versatile Networks today at 405-217-0267 or visit versatilenetworks.com for more information.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@skordle.com right now for more information.
Ortho Plus is an orthopedic urgent care. If you go to a regular emergency room, you're going to be evaluated by somebody who does everything. With orthopedic urgent care and with Keith Holloman, you're getting an orthopedic trained physician assistant.
Okay, we're back in the Skordle studio with Orthodontics exclusively in Norman. Thank you to Orthodontics exclusively for letting us use their studio all year here on Skordle Pay Dirt. We don't love commercials on Pay Dirt, but unfortunately every one of our 8 games is on halftime at the same time. We haven't had that issue yet this season, but here we are week 5, and we have no action to show you at this point. If you want to watch something that I thought was a lot of fun, check out the Skordle Pay Dirt Pick'em show that we filmed on Wednesday this week. We had Todd Miller and Tom Nelson on, who call our games of the week as our experts, and we also had Josh Fields and Eddie Radosevich on as our local celebrities, and Jacob Dieselhorst as our sponsor from Maples Nixon Dieselhorst Law Firm, picking the games. He also set some lines too, which was a lot of fun. We're going to take you right now to Cashin, where Drew Baker with the Cashin broadcast team is putting on a little bit of halftime show. The rest of the games, unfortunately, still at halftime and just on commercial. But as soon as a game comes back, we will take you live to the action.
Success offensively, and they haven't really shut us down defensively, but offensively they've had a lot of success moving the ball down the field, and they took up, I think, 6 or 7 minutes on their first possession going down the field.
I don't think you change anything what they're doing. You do the same stuff, and dare us to stop what they're running. I wouldn't be passing the ball any. I'd be running that number 7 or number 12 as much as you could. You know, as far as yardage goes, this is maybe the first time in maybe 2 years as far as like total yards. We've got 301. They've got 239. This is the first time we've had a half where we're just not outgaining a school by double digits. So.
Yeah, it's kind of a difficult first half for Cashin. I'm kind of curious I'd really like to know what was said about the defense and that performance coming out of it. But as far as Ben, you kind of talked about like maybe he was kind of playing a little off of injury. I know right after he got tackled on that late hit there, he kind of got up a little bit slower.
You watch him when he comes out. They're just getting ready to come out of the second half. You watch him when he comes out on the field. I mean, he was gimpy the second quarter at least. You know, they've got this is as good of a coaching staff as OCA's had in quite some time as far as number of people out there on their coaching staff.
I think most of the assistant coaches they got are new this year.
They got a couple ex-OU players.
Yeah.
Yep.
They brought in the George guy who runs a lot of those national camps.
Yep, a couple guys that run national camps, some ex-OU players on their sidelines. So they definitely made some changes.
Yep.
Yeah, and their coach, their main coach he hadn't sat on the bucket yet, so
he's got a bench out there.
He's in good shape.
There's a bench out there.
Huh?
He's sitting on the bench out there.
Yeah, Coach Powell. You know, what I remember first about Coach Powell is the really nice gesture.
Right on.
When Coach Cochran passed away, and he brought the whole team out, and you know those are things that sometimes aren't seen on the sideline, right? And so that's kind of what I see now. Of course.
We're going to take you to the Game of the Week broadcast. I believe they are close to coming back from halftime, so let's join Todd Miller and Adam Dieselhorst.
And again, Pence, with great ball fake, was able to literally walk in around the right end from 5 yards for the final score of the first half. 28-0 is our score. Deer Creek on top of Putnam City North. Deer Creek 0-1 in Class 6A2, District 1. Putnam City North last week obliterated U.S. Grant, winning 69-3. But they are up against the ropes here at home tonight, trailing 28-0 here at halftime. Hope you had a chance to check out Andy Campbell and the Pay Dirt crew here on Skordle at halftime. That's a weekly feature. We announcing early in the week of each high school football season week, regular season game, the contest that we will be highlighting and featuring on Skordle's Pay Dirt. Yet at halftime here from Oklahoma City, Putnam City North trails Deer Creek in a pair of top 10 6A district or 6A2 rivals. 28-0 our score at halftime. We'll be back. Get you ready for the start of the second half next. It's the Panthers and the Antlers tonight, presented by High Plains Insurance right here on Skordle.
Back here in the Skordle studio, we are still waiting for a game to come back out from halftime. Should be any minute now. I know the Game of the Week is really close. Also, Cashin at OCA, those players are back out on the field warming up from halftime. As soon as we have kickoff, we will bring that to you. Right now, it looks like, again, still nothing on the field. So let's take you back to Cashin, where Drew Baker is giving some halftime commentary. Hopefully that game should start up here any minute.
When you're flat coming out, can you?
I think so. I think they did in that Rejoice game. They played better in the second half, and we
in the Perry game they played better that second half. Remember that? And that can't be the coaches. That's got to be a leader on the team.
Right.
One of the captains saying, "Guys, who cares? Put that in the past. Let's get fired up and let's start this game over again."
This is kind of the MO of definitely the senior group. This is kind of what's made them successful, and basically only lost 2 games since. Never, right, since the beginning of Dawn, is that they just have no conscience. They just kind of roll through and do what they need to. So let's say maybe they just, I agree with, I'm on board with you, but maybe this is a deal with this particular group. It's going to have to just be, okay, we forgot about this the second half, the first half, and we'll just have to come out and play our game from that standpoint. I don't know if we have that vocal person. Maybe Joey Wilson.
Maybe.
Joey's probably the closest.
I think once in the locker room after Shaq kind of gave his in general speech, I think once they all kind of, the linemen go with Coach Robertson, the defense huddles around Coach Wood, I think they probably got some things worked out, probably in a spirited manner. So I think we'll come out with a little more fire than in the first half.
Kumbaya. Hey, we'll do a quick timeout. Any last words from Les?
Okay, I think we are finally getting ready to start back from halftime. The game of the week, we have Deer Creek leading at 28-0 at halftime. This game should be starting any moment. So let's take you to Todd Miller and Adam Dieselhorst on the call.
Let's talk about that Pick'em show, and I kind of want your opinion on it, being somebody that's been in the radio and kind of the live streaming aspect for over 30 years. We're always trying to do innovative things in Skordle, things that a lot of people say you could never do, and so we start with the pay dirt, actually itself, kind of the NFL Red Zone playoff, and now we have the Pick'em show, and your thoughts on how it went from a pro.
I thought it went really, really well. I mean, I figured it would go well, but I think it went better than maybe expected for the first time. I mean, you guys decided to do this the end of last week.
Yeah.
So for Corey Rogers, the streaming genius, to be able to get a plan together and pull it off, and I thought Andy did a terrific job in hosting it. It went better than I thought for the first time, and it was a ton of fun to do, and we look forward to doing that every Wednesday.
Well, we've had a lot of great feedback. You asked me that before we came up here. What's been the feedback on it? Obviously, a lot of viewers have watched, but I think the greatest thing about it is we've actually had some, the guest picker side. We've had some people reach out to us and say, hey, if you need any help, we'd love to help you with that. So that's the big part that kind of makes that show go, outside of obviously you and Tom, being so thoughtful and resourceful about all of our games. Obviously my brother Jake, I thought he did a fantastic job. He added kind of a unique element, fun time, just kind of joking around about lines. Obviously he's not serious, so anybody out there, he's not really betting on games.
He probably is, but I think he's serious about those lines.
Well, he may be, but we can't get in trouble with the OSSAA. There's nobody, throwing money around out there. That's just all for fun. But I think you're going to see us have a lot of guest pickers throughout the year. We already mentioned a few names, and there's going to be a few more, and we're just going to continue to try to do stuff. I probably need to sit this one out. We got enough Diesel Horse on the show. Unless I had to replace Jake, we can only do one at a time. That's the rule.
You're not going to replace Jake. He's paying the bills. So
That's true.
I guess you're not coming on. Is that what you're saying?
That's true. Yeah, well, Andy kind of helps with that. He pays some of those bills too. But, we look forward to it. And I think, obviously a couple weeks from now, we're going to have Andy won't be able to do the actual pay dirt show. So we're excited to have Drew Baker, who Drew is a student at Oklahoma State and also helps with Cashin's stream. He is going to be helping host the Pay Dirt show, too. So we got all sorts of talent out there to help us.
Drew, we can get a little more Sooner flavor on these broadcasts, please. I feel like I'm on an island by myself. All right, here we go. Diego Otero to boot it away. And this is an end-over-end kick that's angled on the far side. It will hit inside the 5 and roll into the end zone for a touchback. So Deer Creek will have it first down and 10 at their own 20-yard line. I really think if Putnam City North has any hopes at all, it's going to start with a quick defensive series and out.
Yeah, and obviously if you're Deer Creek, you just stick to doing what you've been doing the whole entire first half. I mean, they've just been super methodical. They've been running the ball with success. And then obviously this RPO game stuff that they're doing and all the different threats that they have. Pence runs that offense like a well-oiled machine, and it could be trouble if, like you said, if they go down and score here.
I'm going to tell you, if you want to watch something interesting, just watch the right tackle, 73, Jacob Sexton. If you haven't focused in on him, he is throwing guys around down there left and right. First and 10 for Deer Creek. They start on their own 20-yard line. They'll hand it off to Wilson. He's hit once in the backfield, ducks under one defender and won't get free from a second. And that is the start defensively that Putnam City North needed.
And there was much more aggression there. Obviously, they keep moving Sexton around. Obviously, they're trying to find which side of the field that Jalil Johnson's on, which is smart game planning there by Deer Creek. But obviously, you can't be any cautious if you're Putnam City North. Watch for some RPO stuff here from Deer Creek.
Atterbury on the stop for -2, back to the 18. They fake the handoff. Pence throws out left, and the ball is intercepted and dropped. Almost intercepted by Hayden Thornton, who has one pick already this season. He jumped that route, and if he holds on, I think it's a pick 6.
Yeah, and that would have been big. Obviously, we talked about, having something big happen here for PC North, and that was the play right there if they could have had that go down. We've seen Deer Creek convert on a lot of 3rd and longs here early.
Deer Creek has been really good on 3rd down here tonight, over 60%. Moving right out of the pocket is Pence. Pence in trouble, gets another block, coming right. He throws back over the middle of the field.
Wow.
The receiver wide open to the 30, to the 40, to midfield. It's a foot race to the 40, to the 30, angling left to the 25, to the 20, and out of bounds inside the 15-yard line goes Michael Holly. There is laundry back downfield, and just go ahead and put money on a hold because he was moving around and getting away from defenders left and right and had enough time to throw back over the field. It would have been the longest play for Holly of his varsity career at Deer Creek, but it's going to be nullified because of the penalty.
Man, what an impressive play by Pence to be able to keep your eyes downfield like that and be able to make a throw across your body is super impressive.
So a costly holding penalty. Instead of being 1st and 10 inside the red zone, they're going to be backed up inside the 15-yard line. And it will bring up 3rd down and long as they put the ball down at the 13-yard line. So to bring up 3rd and 17 for the Antlers here on the first possession of the second half. Not quite a minute gone here into the third quarter. It's 28-0 our score. Single setback remains Deontay Wilson with 3 receivers left. Out of the gun is Pence. Drops to the 5. Has time. Throws left and the ball was caught. That's Javon Jones. And Jones trying to get to the first down marker. Can't. He's ushered out of bounds near the 29-yard line. And now a late flag comes in front of the play. And there may have been some extracurricular activity as he went into the Deer Creek sideline.
Well, and if you're PC North and you get a late hit here, having a situation where you're going to put them in 4th down territory, that would be just a huge penalty.
It is a dead ball, personal foul against Putnam City North. Wow. You had them stopped.
We'll be right back to the game of the week. Let's take you over to another game just back from halftime. Cashin at OCA. Lynn Shackelford's offense on the field, up by 3.
Cashin getting the ball down to the OCA 39. 2-by-2 for the Wildcats. Harmon in shotgun. Snap. He looks to pass. Screen to Legaz. He gets the block to the 35-30. Cuts back inside. And he'll fall forward for another Cashin Wildcat. Great blocking there by, was that Gilbert or Manning on the outside? Actually, it was Vandriff on the outside. Yep. Looks like Legaz with a nice little hard tackle there. Well, he'll get a little breather. Coming in for him will be Nathan Nabavi, the sophomore. And so that'll be 1st down and 10 right around the 24-yard line.
And we didn't have much luck with those bubble screens in that first half. We started using those bubble screens where you faked it and then went deep because that's what they were jumping. Yep. Now that they're kind of falling back, that worked.
Nick Nabavi with the ball. He'll fall forward. Looks like he'll get about 3 or 4 yards on that one. That'll bring up 2nd down and about 6 or 7. Right around the 21-yard line, so we'll give him 3 on that one. So 2nd and 7, 8:30 running clock here. Cashin on their opening drive.
Go back to Duncan, where the Demons have the ball on offense down 35-13.
Oh my gosh, he is wide open. Oh, a bust.
Yeah, just and there you go. That's
7.
I mean that's
yeah.
Wow. Busted coverage there for the Noble Bears as Demon gets on the scoreboard in their first drive after halftime. Back to Cashin.
The Wildcats are running off that hip of Jackson Vandruff. Let's see what the call is here.
Yeah, he was trying to stretch that out there. The kid from OCA did a good job of, really kind of getting on that outside edge. And when the running back kind of tries to stretch that out there, a lot of times that's going to happen is you're going to see a holding call by that kid out there trying to seal that edge. And really nothing they can do about it other than just let your running back get killed.
So the downs will stay at seconds, but the mark-off will be significant. Double sticks for the Cashin Wildcats back to the 31. 2nd and 17. Cashin again in a single back set. Most likely a pass or a screen here. It will be a pass and come back to Manning. He'll fall right back at the original line of scrimmage. Nice ball. And I'll bring up 3rd down and 10 on the 7-yard pass.
And I'm not sure why, but Landon is still not coming in the ball game.
Yeah, he got hit pretty hard while he was on the ground. I was kind of hoping for a late. I don't want to sound like I'm complaining all the time, but he was hit while
he's back in there now. Here we go.
Yeah. So and we're on a field turf. It's not grass. It's a nice facility here in Edmond North. So 2-by-2 for the Wildcats. 3rd and 10. 7:36. Harmon back to pass, and we have another flag here. So again, the Cashin Wildcats looking clean. From the first part. Looks like we've got Coach Shack on the field right around the
No, that's Cale Cochran.
Coach Cochran, little
bringing
equipment
him something
there.
out.
Little equipment there, so helping out Gilbert. So the mark-off of 5 will now make it 3rd and 15. So Cashin digging themselves a hole as they got into OCA territory. It's definitely 4-down territory for the Wildcats. Hopefully Cashin can get half. Looks like we'll keep the tight end set. So we've got 3 split as Nick Nabob is out of the backfield in slot formation. So look for a screen here to Manning and maybe a couple blocks here from Gilbert and Nabob and see if we can't get Manning freed out here on the right side. Back pass. No, actually everyone's across the middle. Manning, Harmon steps up. He's got a deep ball. Legas catches it. It's a touchdown. Landon Legas. 29-yard toss on 3rd and 15. Welcome back, Legas. Touchdown, Cashin Wildcats.
3rd touchdown of the night by Landon Legas. I think that's his 19th or 20th touchdown on the season. Let's take you back to the game of the week. Deer Creek Antlers in the pay dirt.
That time, the Deer Creek tried to run just a screen out here in the flats, and obviously the speed of PC North, you saw him close quickly there.
9:29 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Deer Creek has overcome again self-inflicted mistakes on this first drive of the 3rd quarter. Rolling left is Pence. Pocket holds. Now he moves right. Pence is going to tuck it and run. He's to the 15, to the 10, to the 5-yard line, and hit down at the 2-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle was recorded by Cooper Atterbury. And now it is 1st down, a goal to go at the 2 for Deer Creek. An 18-yard run by Pence.
And that's what makes this so tough. I mean, the situation is PC North is having to put all their defenders out in the secondary, and then Pence can tuck it and run. We've seen that a couple times.
9 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Handoff straight ahead to Wilson. He's in for the touchdown. Went right behind Peyton Hawks, the 255-pound senior right guard. And that is
touchdown there on the first offensive drive by Deer Creek at a halftime. Let's take you to Hera, where the Panthers lead John Marshall 21-6 with the football.
Right through his fingertips, in and out of his hands. The ball hit him in the numbers, which leads me to believe that Boone might have thrown it just a little bit too hard.
That was a perfect pass for sure, I think. In my opinion, that was, yes, it was a perfect pass.
It was well placed. It might just have been a little bit too hard.
Maybe.
Harder than he was expecting.
Maybe a tiny bit.
Cameron Marler punched the football away. Good grief. That was beautiful. Man, it almost looked like it was like thrown almost. The ball is fielded by number 2, Jashawn Jackson, and he is tackled pretty much immediately.
I don't know why he didn't fair catch there. He could have been lit up for sure.
Let's take you to Duncan, where the Noble Bears lead at 35-21 with the football.
At halftime, he had 10 carries for 110 yards. So great job there for Thomas.
Play action.
Oh. Yeah, he tried to, wasn't quite there. He tried to.
He technically avoided the sack. That's a rush for 1 yard.
Okay.
Yeah.
And, he stayed in it long enough, but it just kind of at the end brought him down.
Yep. 3rd and 7, or 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3.
Say our center out there, Caden Reeves, letting some of the boys know their assignments kind of broke down there.
Okay. James, I think what it comes down to is just, they're just getting the effort has not been there. It's kind of what I've been seeing.
Play action.
Good catch. Great catch right there.
Trying to rip his helmet off there.
And they got a face mask, maybe.
Good job.
You see a face mask, James?
Okay, let's take you quickly back to John Marshall at Hera.
Took what can be an over.
Ball is tapped and handed off to Charles Carter once again, and he's tackled just short of the 1st down marker. That's going to make it 3rd and 1 for the Bears.
Now to the 26, 1st down for the Bears.
Correction, they are giving him the 1st down. 1st and 10, Bears. Every time I say Bears, I want to put a Baylor in front of it. And this is Oklahoma 4A, not NCAA D1.
No, not even close.
Not Big 12 football. Just as exciting. Takes the snap. Pressure comes. He is flushed out of the pocket. He makes the throw. It is complete, and he is up the sideline.
Touch back.
He went out of bounds there, but a massive
Big
catch.
play there for John Marshall. Let's take you quickly to Duncan, where Noble has the ball in the pay dirt.
Get in there. Get in there, Dre. Hold on that ball. Boom. Good tackle.
Yep. Good effort.
Yeah, good effort. Try to spin out of that.
Didn't get any push up front.
Man, Elijah Wright came in there and cleaned him up. Just got a nice form tackle and was able to drive him to the turf. Looks like Thomas is back in the game. Good tough run there
Givens,
by.
actually.
Oh, it's Givens. Okay, gotcha. I kind of like the roll out here. Give him an option to throw and run here.
Yep, 2nd and 1, or 2nd and goal from the 2.
There's Givens,
there we
and
go.
he's in.
He's
Got it,
up
baby.
there. Good job. Good job.
There we
Nice
go.
cut.
Yeah, nice
I
cut.
don't know if that was designed to go outside, Shane. It looked like it, but he took the daylight.
Almost
up
looked
the
like he
middle.
had an option there, and he
Yeah.
just let him take it.
Yeah, absolutely. So good give there to Tavian Givens and able to punch it in. So nice rebound there. Good answer.
Good answer there for the Noble Bears. Let's take you to another game just back from halftime. Kingfisher Yellow Jackets at Douglas. Kingfisher with a 7-point lead and the football.
One of those guys are going to get tired of hitting it.
Trojans show a little blitz from the outside here. Let's see if they keep it.
Trying to get them jump off sides. That time, Munoz.
Right up the gut.
Yeah.
Gets the F&M Bank first down. So 3 runs and move the change for the Jackets. As Cooper comes in, Munoz will get a breather.
Probably want to tighten his helmet up after 2 of those hits.
Gets a pat on the butt from Derek Patterson, co-offensive coordinator. Those are 3 tough runs by the senior. 1st and 10 for the Jackets.
They got 7 men on the line of scrimmage. Good job getting them off.
Good 8-yard pickup by
Connor.
Cooper there. The right side of the line that time did its job. Westfall and Haig on that right side. Is Jake Reagan also over there?
I believe he is.
2nd about 8. Cooper again.
Yeah,
flag.
jumped.
He gets the first down, but again, yellow hanky.
It's called by the offside lineman here.
Quite the explanation he's given to the white hat.
Either it is or it isn't.
All right, I think we got it. So it's against Douglas. Douglas, excuse me. So the penalty will not be accepted. Kingfisher gets the first down on the carry. It's going to be 1st and 10. F&M Bank first down for the Jackets.
Wow. There's nowhere to go there, is it? There's literally 9 guys in the box.
Yep. Cooper wanted a face mask. Doesn't get it. It's going to get a loss on the play, though. 2nd and 12. Maybe even 13. Yeah, you're right there. They're daring the Jackets to throw the ball here. Kingfisher obliges and it's picked off.
Yeah, they dared him right into his hands.
Sternberger sticks with it, makes the play, but it is an interception by Jackson. He was waiting.
Big defensive play there for Douglas. We'll come right back to that game as the Trojans are in the the pay dirt after the interception. Let's take you to the game of the week just for a couple of minutes, and we'll take you right back to Douglas.
The Antlers, and as we said, the offense stays out there on the field.
Yeah, and that time, good ball by Laverty. He has been just getting pressured all night long and has been on the move, and it was a great job there for him to get that ball off. Now they've got 4th down and manageable here.
He took a pop at the end of that throw, too, and still was able to deliver a strike to Reese Moffitt, who came in with 14 catches, one of those a touchdown. Last week in limited play against U.S. Grant, 2 for 27. 4th and 11 of the 33. Laverty rolls left. Carson throwing towards the end zone, and the ball is caught at the 10-yard line. The receiver came back to make a great play on the ball. That's Phil Jackson III, and as he circles back, they're going to tackle him at the 13-yard line.
Great job there by Laverty, sticking with it. And this is you see PC North having a little bit of success, and you like to see this from him. Coach Laverty's going to like to see this from him. You know, when you're down 35-0, sometimes, you know, it's hard to get your kids up, and I really like this drive. A great response so far by PC North.
20 yards on 4th and 11. They're in the red zone at the 13-yard line. Laverty sends a man in motion. They sweep with Jones right. Jones then is ridden down at the 10-yard line. And it was Sinjay, the Sam linebacker, Kevin Sinjay, that made the stop. Going to bring up 2nd down and a long 7 as we're under 5.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Deer Creek pitching a shutout, 35-0, on a night in which they are celebrating the 2001 Putnam City North Panthers. 2nd down and 7. Laverty with Jones in the backfield. Another low snap. Carson picks it up.
Got it.
Little fade, the right back corner of the end zone. It is incomplete as he was looking for Reese Moffitt.
Boy, that was a good ball, too.
It was a good throw, and I couldn't tell. I think Moffitt may have had his hands on the ball. He had his back to us here in the press box, so we couldn't quite see whether or not it actually hit his hands.
I think it hit his hands, and I think one thing that I noticed is it looked like he may have got distracted by that soccer line on the back side of there. It looked like as if, though, he thought that he was tiptoeing that line and not realizing that he had those additional 2 or 3 yards there.
3rd down and 7, 4-down territory again for the maroon, gold, and white-cladded Panthers of Putnam City North High School. Off to a 3-1 start. Their only loss came in the first game of the year, a tough one against Putnam City in overtime. 5:17 to play in the third quarter, 35-0 our score. Twins left and right, Laverty rolling right. Carson steps up, eludes the pressure, throws to the end zone, and it's intercepted and brought out to the 10, spinning to the 15 and run down near the 17-yard line. And guess who it was? It was Adrian Hallman, who has had a heck of a night at free safety.
It's just once again, Deer Creek's defense comes up with the stop just when we think that Putnam City North has an opportunity.
Deer Creek Antlers determined to keep that shutout. Let's take you to Duncan, where the Noble Bears are in the pay dirt.
Penalty there for against the Demons. Going to push us down inside the red zone, it looks like here. Or close to it, excuse me. Now, not quite in the red zone yet. So here we go.
All right, 1st down, Bears at the 24.
There's a little, nice cutback.
Again. Nice job. Good job.
There's a lot of good blocking, but that's also the athleticism of Thomas. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Good call there.
He's got really good vision.
Yeah, you're right. The left side of the line has done a really nice job. Braden McDonald, Austin Teener, and you have Dominy on the left side as well. They're creating a nice little running lane. And but you are correct. Nice cut back to the left for Thomas.
We'll be right back to Duncan. Let's take you to John Marshall at Hera. Hera just had a big play to put them into the pay dirt.
Very slow to get up. They called him out of bounds at the 2-yard line. That is insane.
Nick Moore is up and running. I'd imagine when he dove, he landed on his chest and got the wind knocked out of him.
What an effort by this kid.
Good grief. He saw that there wasn't a hole. He went left, and he turned on the Jets.
What did we say earlier? Creating something out of nothing. This kid is impressive. I really hope he's okay.
Devin McCarrig back behind with Boone.
1st and goal here on the 3.
It's a fumble.
The Bears have
Marshall
recovered the
recovered.
ball. And just like that, the Bears are not out of this fight quite yet.
Big fumble recovery there for John Marshall as they try to stay in that game. Let's take you to Edmond North's facilities where OCA is in the pay dirt against the Cashman Wildcats.
They've got a score here, being that it was 1st and goal from that 10-yard line, and now it's backed up to that about 18.
So 2nd and 17, 3:04, third quarter. Clock will run as they set here. Again, a power look here to the right with the tight end, the big tight end, Caleb Cornell on the right side. Double back set here. Little play action boot to the left, roll out to the number 2. Nice tackle there by Mason Manning, his intended receiver. Price Stubblefield catches, is only able to get a few as Manning is able to run him down on that screen play to the left side.
Yeah, Manning there just has the speed from that little outside linebacker position to get out there and just give him enough to topple him over with a I mean, it's a good thing he did, though, because, I mean, and that's the reason they have Mason there, for that speed to get out there and make those tackles.
So 3rd and 16 from the 3rd and goal from the 16. Fake, pressure's on. Coming in, Jackson Vandruff with the tackle actually goes down, and that will be a sack. Jackson Vandruff showing his strength. Big, huge TFL sack from my man Jackson Vandruff, leading tackler for the Cashin Wildcats, coming up big on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, and right here with it being 4th and really long, I wouldn't be surprised to see him try to trot 45 out there and let him try to boot one through with the leg we've seen him have to try to get him within 7 points. But it looks like they are going to try to go for it, being that it's a 4th and goal situation.
4th and goal from the 26, 150 running clock. Cashin Wildcats with a couple safeties back with empty backfield for Galen. Back to pass. Wilson on the press, and looks like Burke will get the sack, and a huge another TFL for the Cashin Wildcats on a drive that started on the 10-yard line, goes all the way back to the OCA 40, actually 38-yard lines. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cashin Wildcats. Joey Wilson cramping up. It looks like hopefully he's okay. He's been working hard. Bryce Burke on the tackle there, and the Cashin Wildcats take over.
Coach Wood keeps jumping around like that. He might catch a cramp in a minute, but I'd be jumping around like that too if I was that defensive coordinator. Like you said, start on that 10-yard line and give the ball back to your team without the other team getting in the end zone out on the 35-yard or 37, 38-yard line is a huge win.
Big turnover on downs there for Tony Wood's Cashin defense. Let's take you to Kingfisher at Douglas. This game tied at 21 with Yellow Jackets with the football.
Fourth down and 6. Kingfisher at the 29-yard line. Munoz back to punt. Gets the snap, gets his leg into it. Good kick, fielded at the 34.
On the run, we got a penalty flags already. Brought down by Evans.
Penalty flags on that punt return there for Douglas. Let's take you to the game of the week, PC North with the football.
On the first possession of the second half, Laverty to throw, under pressure, and is hit from behind and sacked. Going to drop him back at the 40, make that the 37-yard line, as Denver Hanna was the one that flushed him back right and then ran him down. That shows you how quick a guy that's 6'3", 240 Hanna is to run down a guy like Laverty.
Yeah, and he's been wrecking havoc all night long, moving the pocket. That's the other thing, too, about Deer Creek all night long. Even when Laverty seems like he's had some time to actually get rid of the ball, he's moving. They're moving him off of his spot. Just a fantastic job defensively by Deer Creek so far.
Otero on the punt. Right now, Deer Creek has 10 at the line. They're going to come after him, and Otero, with little pressure, gets a high, wobbly punt off. It will hit at the 37. It turns over, and he's going to get a little bit of a roll. It'll roll dead between the 28 and 29-yard line.
Deer Creek about ready to take back over on offense, up 35-0. So let's take you to Edmond North, where Cashin, Win Shackelford's offense, taking the field to try to advance their lead.
I don't know. We have to have some fact checkers, but it's our understanding that this referee was the same referee or the umpire for the Cashin-Dale playoff game.
Nice.
Yeah. Actually, or I guess regular season game. If you guys remember that game, it was a unique game for sure. So Cashin with the step off, 2nd and 15, 58 seconds here. It's almost like let's just get this third quarter over with. Harmon in shotgun, back to pass. He's looking. He's got the out with number 16. Manning to the 50, to the 45-40. Still loose, comes down. And that will be a huge first down by Mason Manning on the out. What a strike by Ben Harmon.
It looked a lot like Matt the way he was throwing it.
Yeah, glimpses of Matt on that
Great
one.
job, Ben. Just a laser throw right there. Just kind of came down with it and just right where Manning's hands were.
Yeah, those out routes are not easy to deliver, and Ben made it look easy, hit him in stride, and let him have a chance to turn it up and get the big yardage, and Mason capitalized on that.
So huge first down, running clock, 28 seconds here in the third quarter. Cashin in OCA territory, around the 37. Brands to the left of Harmon. Harmon will take a look at the sideline with his play, little meerkat action. Jackson Vandruff is your tight end on the right side. Fake, little comeback, right back to Manning. He'll work that left side, breaks the first tackle, looks the inside, still on his feet, still moving all the way down to 10. Great individual play there by Mason Manning, breaking a couple tackles, and it's another Cashin first down.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If we were on the OCA sideline, we'd be yelling to tackle just like we're saying on our sideline. But, man, Mason Manning is a kid that is so hard to bring down. We talk about Nick. Mason Manning's that same kind of runner once he gets the ball, and he's out there with some smaller secondary guys. A lot of times he's going to make them miss and go for big yardage, and that's what we've seen so far.
Yeah, a kid that
last
we've used
plays.
out there as kind of a tool to get down the field when they like.
There at the OCA. Let's go to Kingfisher Douglas. This game tied at 21. No, I'm sorry. That game just went to timeout. So let's go to John Marshall at Hera. John Marshall with the football.
Breaks a few tackles, gets free, and he is down at about the 46-yard line. He is hurt badly.
Looks like
Slamming
he's
his
shaking up.
fist in the turf.
Gain of 4 on the play.
He's standing up, but good grief. That hit looked like it hurt.
Absolutely. 3rd and 6 upcoming for the Bears. This is a huge, huge play for the Bears.
These young men have been putting in big work and been putting
We'll
up
be right
big
back to Hera, but let's take you to Edmond North, where Cash and Wildcats have the ball in the pay dirt.
As we go into the fourth quarter, 32-22, but we're driving. The Wildcats have the ball right around the 11-yard line on a couple of nice plays by Mason Manning. It's been the walking wounded for the Cash and Wildcats. We do have a Joey Wilson sighting? And actually, no, Camden Maroney, who's coming at center, has replaced Joey Wilson. He's going to get a break there. He's getting a little stretched out. Nick Nabavi has checked back in. Jake Branson doing work there in relief. And it'll be the Cash and Wildcats 1st and 10 from the 11. They give to Nabavi, left side, he's got a hole. If you give the outside stiff arm to the 5, touchdown, Cash and Wildcats. Nick Nabavi, check in, touchdown as the Wildcats put another 6 on the board.
Yeah, just a good job by the boys up front, just really driving out and pushing that line backwards and giving Nick just a chance to get some steam rolling. And once he gets rolling like that, it's hard to bring him down, and he was able to.
Another touchdown there for Cashin as they extend their lead. Let's take you back to Douglas, where the Trojans have the football tie game at 21.
Out there. Are the Trojans going for it? 4th down and 2. Moore keeps it, wants to run, has room to run, breaks a tackle. He's going to get the first down, trips over the 45-yard line, but he does pick up the first down. Again, the Jackets had him in the backfield. Do not make the tackle. So Douglas gambles, and it pays off as they get the first down run from Caleb Moore. 1st and 10 at the Trojan 46. Moore, play action, overthrows his man. He was being hit as he threw it. It was along with the pressure.
We're going to take you to Noble, where the Bears are on offense. Looks like they have a big play coming up.
False starts, backing up 5. Man, it's just been a sloppy third quarter. That's just the only way to put this is just have it not come out with very much energy in this third quarter. I actually think it was on Colin Fisher on that play. He was kind of gently backing up, so I think they called it on Colin.
Got him rocking a little bit.
Yep.
3rd and 10. Need a play here.
Yep, here we go. We're going to have a.
Here we go. He's there. Nice. Nice
Good
job.
shot right there.
Perfect throw.
Great catch and throw.
Yeah, great
concentration.
Yeah, great.
Again, Shane, they're playing 8 men in the box on 3rd and 10. And I'm, if I was on the Duncan school board, I'd be expecting some phone calls.
And you have a one-on-one with Wardrop up top at number 17, and he just running right by him, man.
I do not understand that alignment.
Big play there for the Noble offense. We'll be right back to that game. Let's take you to the game of the week with Deer Creek in the pay dirt.
Way with Pence. Pence is under duress.
Jaleel Johnson.
Jaleel Johnson is going to sack him back to the 14-yard line. That's -5, and He's really been Jaleel Johnson, the only bright spot for Putnam City North.
Yeah, and give him a lot of credit because, like I said, not only is he getting blocked by Sexton, but he's getting double-teamed every time too. And he's fighting and he's battling, and he's been disruptive up there, even though he's, obviously battling probably one of the better offensive line prospects in the state.
Miller is going to attempt a 31-yard field goal from the right hash. The snap is back. The ball is down. Plenty of leg
good
for Grayson Miller, and it is good from 31 yards. This guy's got a rocket for a leg. 11:15 to play in the ball game. It's now 38-0 Deer Creek. We'll step aside for these messages on the High Plains Insurance Skordle Game of the Week.
Deer Creek extends their lead. Let's take you back to Douglas, where the Trojans are driving, tied at 21.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass.
Delayed handoff.
Good one-on-one tackle there by Munoz. Not much gain on the play, if any at all. It'll be 3rd down. We'll say 3rd and 9.
Third downs haven't been our friend. Taking their time. We got plenty of time on the clock. Going empty backfield. Looks like they had a lineman jump right there.
Yeah, they weren't set on the exterior. The pass was incomplete. Again, there was a flag.
Bartman turned his head around. He may have made an interception there. What we got?
Yeah,
they weren't set.
So it is declined. It'll set up at 4th and 9.
Fourth down there for the Douglas Trojans. In the meantime, let's take you to Duncan, where the Noble Bears are in the pay dirt.
All right, very good. So red zone offense again for the Bears. We need to really punch this in and take some of that momentum back from the Demons here. Oh, he may have blood on his. Yeah.
That one's coming out.
They got Bear here coming in.
What, did he have blood on his leg or something?
See, I did not see what he had.
Okay. Yeah, Joey Bear had a really nice run last week against El Reno. I mean, it's 1st down and 10. It's probably going to be give to Thomas here.
Yep.
There we go. There we go. Nice run, Colin Thomas. Attaboy. Stay right there. So, again, just a snap to Bear. Great job, Joey Bear, coming in and giving us a quick relief. Colin Thomas, nice cut back to his right. Picked up 5 on that 1st down carry. Okay, so here we go. Sets up a short or manageable 2nd down. There's Colin Thomas straight up the middle.
Again.
Very nice.
He's
good.
Calling out there. He's 1 yard line.
Yep.
That was outstanding. Again, just a quick give to Thomas up the middle. Great job by Caden Reed providing that nice little hole up the middle there.
Offensive lines.
Yeah, him and Nick Lohman have done a nice job there. So, all right, there goes Tom. Oh, he got him in the backfield. So good play there by, that's number 11, I believe, Elijah Wright. Or was that? Man, it's kind of hard to tell their numbers from up here. That was that defensive end got him.
Lost a couple.
It looked like that defense was across the line for the ball even started or snapped.
Yep, I agree. Looks like we have JT Womack on the right side as well, just right of Nick Lohman. So right here, a quick slant route to Brandon down in the corner here. He's going in motion, though. There's a little toss to Brandon.
Oh, no. Jet
Man, we're going the wrong way, fellas.
That's right.
I mean, they're really
We'll be
keen
right
on
back
Brandon.
to Noble in the pay dirt. Let's take you to OCA Cashin.
And Caleb Cornell, Tyson Wilkerson. Snap, get back, left side as they pull. Nababi with the stop! Nick Nababi filled that hole Big time 4th down stop, and the Cash and Wildcats will take over.
That's
in
a huge
OCA
play
territory.
defensively. It gets turned over on in OCA's territory.
And back to Noble in the pay dirt.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
That's
almost.
The kid just ran right to that pylon. That was more of like you and I talked about, maybe just a quick slant right on the goal line. I mean, because he kind of read that pretty simple. You know what I'm saying? He just
We'll be right back to Noble still in the pay dirt. We're going to take you quickly to Washington Warriors at Bethel. Washington leads this one 42-18.
Congratulations to the Washington Lady Warriors softball team. Punched their ticket to state for the 24th consecutive season. So that's a pretty
impressive.
big deal.
Very impressive. 4th down, the Warriors are coming out to go for it. Cantrell takes the snap. Steps up into the pocket. He's got Kobe Scott open at the goal line. Touchdown! 38-yard touchdown pass to Kobe Scott. Kind of looked like both defenders went after Cage Morris that was in the seam that they've been hitting a couple times this night and just left.
Touchdown there for Washington as they trying to put that game away. Let's take you to Piedmont, where the Wildcats leading big but in the pay dirt.
Nipped out for Tabor on that one. There was a Guyman Tiger that was almost in that lane where the pitch happened, but luckily that just got just enough all the way to Ayers and was able to get a solid 9-yard gain on that play and makes it 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 from the 4. McGugan on the right side, pushing for the end zone. Touchdown, Piedmont Wildcats.
Yeah, got behind the big ones. That's the best way you do it on a goal line stand. You get behind the big guys right there on the offensive line. Just power it behind them. Just keep pushing forward. Keep pushing the pile forward. Get into that lovely blue and gold down there in the end
It's
zone.
going to be a long bus drive home for the Guyman Tigers. So let's take you to Kingfisher Douglas. This game is tied, but Yellow Jackets with the football and driving.
Minute 50 left in the 3rd. Stevenson Insurance Center 3rd down. Tell you. Well, offsides.
On the defense?
Yep, going to set up a 3rd and about 9.
Some excitement somewhere. I'm not sure where that's coming from. All right, Kingfisher in the tight set.
3rd and 9.
Fake to Munoz, drops back.
Sternberger's got Lemon, puts all he had into it against his body. Snodgrass
Snodgrass
goes
comes
and
up
makes
with
the
it.
play,
Still
breaks
on
a
his feet.
tackle, gets down inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. That was intended for Marcus Lemon. Sternberger couldn't put all he had into the throw. He threw against his body, and Snodgrass just went up and grabbed it and turns it into a 1st down. I tell you, Sternberger's, he got hit on that throw. He's feeling it too, but it is an F&M Bank 1st down. Jackets are inside the Kingfisher Electric red zone. It's 1st and goal. What a grab by Snodgrass. He just made it happen. Again,
Man, Douglas
just
is coming off the line hard. If it was me, I'd hard count him a couple times. And
just nothing there for Munoz.
problem with the hard count is you got to hope your guys can stay there too.
You know, we've seen the Jackets pull it off, so
Yeah.
I mean, we know that they're, again,
We have a
different
new-
center,
different line, yes.
different right guard. $13 on the play clock. Jackets still waiting to get the play. They do. 2nd and goal from about the 6. 3 on the play clock. Sternberger's just going to
keeping
go.
himself.
Spins out.
And
Still
reaches
going.
across the line.
Gets into the end
Touchdown.
zone. 6-yard touchdown run Brought to you by Dennis's Express Pharmacy.
He's not moving too good.
He took a shot on that throw that was completed to Snodgrass.
Yeah.
Which kind of caused it to be the wounded duck that it was. I think right in the ribs.
He's wanting to get to the sidelines.
Michael Swisher on the call there for Kingfisher as they take a 7-point lead in Douglas. Let's take you back to Cashinat OCA. Eagles down 17 with the football.
They have the whole game and trying to, catch the Wildcats off guard. But Nick is such a smart player.
Smart and physical player.
Yeah, smart and physical, that he was in the right spot to come up and make a big play on a kid that was a wide open, that could have made a big yardage if he would not have been there.
Another passing situation, back to pass, pressure's on across the middle, wide open is number 2, bobbles the ball, a little breakdown in coverage, he's down to the 30, 20, in pursuit is Lagasse, and he'll push him out of bounds right around the 8-yard line. Not sure what happened there between Gilbert and Nathan Abavi, but a huge play with 7:20 here in the fourth quarter. It'll be 1st and goal. And I was literally about to say, this play is going to number 2, Stubblefield. We haven't seen him in a passing situation for the OCA Eagles.
Yeah, and you see here, there was just a breakdown in coverage there, and it was wide open out there, about 20 yards out.
Dropped it.
And she almost dropped it, but good thing Landon was on his horse and got over there.
Yeah, he did kind of give it 2 or 3 of those grab and catch deals.
So it looks like we have a stop and play here, 7:15. Is this another timeout? It is. It'll be the second timeout used by Coach Powell in the offense. They have 1 remaining. We'll go to a quick timeout. Be right back here on Cash and Wildcats TV.
For 31 years and counting, Community State Bank has taken great pride in being your hometown bank with branches
Timeout on the field there at Cashin OCA. Let's take you to John Marshall at Hera with the Hera Panthers leading this one 21-6.
2:35, the clock is slowly winding down, and the door is shutting for the John Marshall Bears.
The Panthers are in no hurry whatsoever.
No, they're not. Taking their time.
They're being quite liberal with
Boone
the play
takes
clock.
it.
Wow. Great rush by Boone. Was that option there? He kept it. He went to the right side.
Timeout, Marshall. 2:07 left in this game. And I got to tell you, I think...
Timeout on the field there in Hera. Let's take you to Washington at Bethel.
There, but be a turnover on downs.
Well, you got to give your receiver a chance too. It was well overthrown, 5 yards past the receiver. You just give him a chance to try to make a play, then maybe he has a chance to get a penalty called. But nonetheless, Warriors take over on downs at the Bethel 20-yard line.
Let's go back to Cashin OCA with OCA in the pay dirt.
Yeah, good job right there by the boys right in the middle. They saw that before, they saw that.
Just got to dig in.
He came up underneath the center. He tried to sneak it in before, and he got across the first time he did that. That time they knew what was coming. They just crashed in there, and Juicy and who is that right there?
Aiden Williams.
Is that Aiden Williams?
And actually, is that that's Joey?
No, that's Joey Wilson
inside
right there.
The tackle lane. So 2nd and 2, actually 2nd and goal from the 2. 6:42 running clock. Motion, jet sweep look. That's it. Outside give. Number 2 out there. Looks like Lagasse will push it out there. Johnny on the spot. Nice work by Lagasse, stretching that out as Bryce Stubblefield's had some success tonight on that, and that'll be another loss, and that'll bring up 3rd down and goal. Looks like right around the 3 or 4 yard line.
Yeah, and that's something right there. I guarantee you the coaches have worked with those players all week long on is that jet sweep. OCA had a lot of success with that in the first 4 games, and the boys were ready for it there.
Yeah, I'm expecting a Caleb Cornell look here right now, if you want to be honest.
Yep.
So if you're Lagasse there on that side, certainly want to take a look at number 85 getting released. So it's going to be a trips left look here. Looks like they want to redo the play clock. So they get another 25 on that one. Looks like the timekeeper here in Edmond is having a tough time. So Brody Galen in shotgun. To the right of him is Antoine Prince. 3rd and goal from the 4 yard line. Back to pass. Galen will roll to his right. He's looking. He's in pursuit. Will pump it up, and it will be caught. Number 85, Caleb Cornell. I can almost call exactly what's going to be happening out here.
Yeah,
so nice
you
job there
that.
on the rollout to the right side, which has been Brody Galen's go-to action play. And that they do find the big 6'3", 235-pound target in the end zone. And it's 39-28. Cashin's still up 11.
Yeah, you called it. They had the rollout there. The Cornell just kind of did a little rollout.
Okay, let's take you back to Douglas. This is our only other close game going on right now. Douglas down 6 with the football.
3 minutes into this one. What might be the final play of the third quarter here. The Trojans trailing by 6.
Empty backfield.
Here comes Evans. He can't get there in time. Moore hit as he threw. He's got a wide open receiver. Touchdown, Douglas. Somebody got lost.
Somebody got lost in translation there.
54-yard touchdown reception by Cam Jackson. And now that missed extra point really shows up as the Trojans can take the lead. On this kick. Kick is up.
It's good.
And it is through. So they do, in fact, the final play of the third quarter.
Douglas takes the lead on the final play of the third quarter, 28-27. Let's take you to Hera, where the Panthers are in the pay dirt.
Timeout.
called
Hera.
by the Panthers. 43 seconds left.
I'm inclined to think that they do want another score.
I would say the same thing. Let's see what happens.
Timeout on the field in Hera. We'll bring you right back to that game as soon as this timeout is over. In the meantime, let's take you to Noble at Duncan.
He did have a step on us. And like I said, you have Caden Dominy, who's typically in the back or the free safety here. He's out of the ball game.
Mm-hmm.
So, just got some, just some kids that haven't had a lot of reps back there.
Well, it's a good time for them to grow up a little.
Yeah,
right?
you're right. You're right. You got to have them.
It's good. Gonna need them, if not this year, next, right?
Absolutely.
Yep. So 4th down, punt formation. We got Wardrop and Harper back.
Oh, okay. You get away. Just get away from the ball. Get away from the ball. Oh, we got a good bounce,
good
too.
Bounce. Oh, that's about a
tremendous bounce there. Kind of a, I think it was like a
back
2-yard.
to John Marshall at Hera, the Panthers in the pay dirt.
Interesting. That's a great way of taking victory formation. And, folks, that will do it. Your Hera Panthers 21, John Marshall Bears 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Hera Panthers are advancing to 4-1.
And that game is over as Hera moves to 4-1 on the season with a 21-6 win over John Marshall. Let's take you back to Edmund Norris football field where Cashin has the football and a 7-point lead.
Cutback. We're going to get a holding call.
How is that
what
a
I
hold?
thought was a fantastic block by Cotter. And so that huge run by Nick Nabavi will be called back and negated by a hold called by the line judge.
Yeah, and we can go back and look at this, but, I mean, all that was happening right there was Preston Cotter just dominating the defender and blowing him up, driving him backwards, and they called a hold there. So you see Preston go through and just driving him out. Nothing wasn't holding him or anything that I saw.
Well,
the
deal
official
on
was
that,
a lot closer than I am. Maybe he had a part of the jersey.
the deal with the holding on the official's point of view from a lineman standpoint, as long as a lineman your hands remain inside the outside shoulder pads, once you get to the point where you have your arm on the outside edge of their shoulder pad, that's where it starts
And that's
looking
what
like
you kind
becoming
of saw
holding.
there, didn't you? Yep.
So a big mark off there on a huge run by Nick Nabavi. 1st down and 13 from the 40. Nabavi will keep it exact same play. Almost the exact same situation. Huge run by Nabavi. And that'll get it into OCA territory for a Cashin Wildcat 1st down.
Yeah, man, and you see a defensive back coming up to try to make a tackle on Nick Nabavi with that much head of steam. He's going to wind up on his back a lot of times, and it happened right there again. A great run and a tough finish there for Nick Nabavi.
4th quarter action, running clock, 5:45. Cashin taking over at the Cashin 43. A huge run there by Nabavi into OCA territory is on the OCA 43. It'll be 1st and 10 19 seconds on the play clock as Coach Shack and Ben Harmon will try to work this down mercifully to single digits before snapping. We've got same look here. Ace up top is Manning. And give to Nabavi right side. Same play. He'll fall forward. He'll get about 1 this time. Extracurricular activity between Cotter and a linebacker. And they'll bring up second down in about 9. 5-minute running clock.
Yeah, and that time the OCA front line did a good job there of just getting over there and getting in the feet of Nick, and took that leg out and brought him down there for only a yard gain. Nick has done a good job of hard running today, and Chad Tishner texted me and said 0 hold calls in the first half, double-digit hold calls in the second half.
Hey, it's called Even Steven.
Hey, they made an adjustment at half.
Yeah, the referees made an adjustment.
Referees made an adjustment at halftime too.
Second and 9, 4:36, 8 seconds on the play clock. Another give to Bobby up the middle. Outside run give. He's got a great block by Vandriff. He'll cut it back in. He'll go down wisely. Nabavi, first down for the Cashin Wildcats all the way down to the 28-yard line of OCA.
Yeah, maybe the opposing team should just start listening to our broadcast.
Cashin offense driving to extend their lead. Let's take you back to Douglas, where the Trojans have a 1-point lead, but Kingfisher is driving with the football.
First and 10. Sternberger's going to throw. Flares it out. Ooh, lost the handle on the ball. Ball's on the ground still on the ground. And that is a massive loss for the Jackets. Sternberger
kind of lost his grip on it.
Cocked his arm back and then just lost a handle on the ball. And then nobody could get a handle on the ball. All the way back to the Kingfisher 39-yard line. Wow.
I haven't seen that happen in a while. All right, Kingfisher goes 4 wideouts.
Be about a 2nd and 28 here. That really changes things. Sternberger under pressure, has the screen pass right up the middle. There's Cooper gets through. Lots of room to run. Has the first down. He's inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Good
Great play call right there. As the Jackets took advantage of the Douglas pressure.
A late flag.
It is an F&M Bank first down.
Trying to.
Where have they even spotted the ball?
Well, he was out of bounds.
So an unsportsmanlike penalty was called against Douglas. But also one against Kingfisher, so those will offset. 46-yard gain on the play. Ball gets down to the 14. 9:53 to play. So, getting the chains moved here. But a huge play on 2nd and 28. The Jackets gain 46.
Munoz up the middle again. Finds a little bit of running room.
They're sticking with it.
Two and a half, 3 yards. Must be kind of
people viewing can see what happened.
They didn't, because I can't see what happened.
I think Cooper slammed the ball after the play, so he was fired up after the long play. So good camera work by Eli Johnson up above. They keep it on the ground, do the Jackets on 2nd down, nothing there. So it's going to be 3rd down. Clock's running. 8:47 to go in the fourth. Jackets trail at 28-27. They're facing about 3rd down and 8.
4 wideouts. Cooper in the backfield, looking for a flare pass.
Sternberger has time, gets a block, trying to get to the sideline, and it gets pulled down by his jersey.
May have got back to line of scrimmage.
Yeah, not much there. So the Jackets now face a 4th down, and this is truly a decision for Coach Myers as he tried to go for the field goal that would give him the lead. It would be about a 30-yard field goal attempt. And that's what he's
going to do.
Looks like what he's going to opt for, but already down to 10 on the play clock. It doesn't. Yeah, Kingfisher's going to call a timeout, so they're going to talk about it. No need to rush
We'll
that.
be right back for that field goal if that's what Kingfisher decides to do. But let's take you to the game of the week, Deer Creek at PC North.
And 2, the ball at the 16 of the Antlers. So
what to do here? So
Having
the
some
Jackets
technical
facing a
difficulties in the
4th
game
and
of the week,
7.
So we're back in
at the
Douglas.
Douglas,
Kingfisher decides what it
say
wants to do on
13-yard line. It would be about a 30-yard field goal attempt for Alan Munoz. Certainly has the leg, has the capability. That's why they get paid the big bucks, Sean.
Yep. This decision. Well, let's see who's coming out of the timeout. Munoz is still on the sidelines. So unless we have another kicker, I believe we're going for it.
All right, 4th down here.
Do you hold your water?
All right, Douglas was doing a little presentation on the field here at the opposite end that you can't see, so wait for them to get off the field. 4th down and 7 for the Jackets. 8:01 to play. Say 4th and 8.
All right, we're back at it.
Sternberger gets the snap. Under pressure. Throws it up. Falls incomplete. Threw it behind Snodgrass. And again, Sternberger hit as he releases.
Okay, let's take you to Cash and OCA. As you can see, those teams are shaking hands. Cash wins a hard-fought game against a much-improved OCA Eagle team.
Galen,
And
Antoine
Cash
Prince,
moves to
Keyshawn
6-1 on the
Bryce
season.
Stubblefield,
Let's take
Caleb
you
Cornell, and Tyson Wilkerson
back to
playing
let's take
their
you to
hearts
Noble
out
at Duncan.
from the
Looks like
gun to push this Cash and Wildcat
Duncan may have
number
just
one
scored and
ranked
attempting
team
an extra point.
to the edge.
Yeah, no doubt.
On one shot at this deal, right?
man.
So I'm
Yeah.
back on the sidelines next week. My football coach, Ashley Rutherford's listening tonight, and I tell you what, I just
that's awesome.
All right, let's take you back to Kingfisher Douglas.
10.
Handoff. Down by Munoz and Cooper.
That was really close to being sprung for a large gain, but Cooper and Munoz make the tackle. Gain of about 4. 7.5 to play.
You always got to be aware of where number 23 is.
Keep it on the ground again. Jackets are in pursuit. Fumbles on the ground.
Kingfisher has it.
Jackets do, so Snodgrass helps force that fumble. It's picked up. Is it picked up by Cooper? Nope. It is a turn. Man, I was going to say before that, this would be a great time for a Kingfisher turnover. I think that's Kel Westfall who came away with it. It is a block in the back on the play against Douglas. So it will be Kingfisher ball as Snodgrass forces the fumble, and I believe Kel Westfall falls on it. So Kingfisher with the ball now at the Douglas 23-yard line. After the turnover, the takeaway, 7:07 to play. New life for the Jackets as the offense comes back out onto the field, trailing 28-27. 4 wideouts, 1 back.
Showing blitz.
Again, Sternberger just stumbles, and he's going to lose yardage.
Munoz over there warming up his kicking leg. Needs to come warm it up in the backfield.
Loss of 6 on that play.
Trips to the home side, or to the visiting side here. Cooper in motion.
Sternberger again hits, he throws it up for grabs, and that's intercepted. He was intended that for Harrison Evans. It's picked off.
Another penalty flag.
Elijah Jackson, interception.
Sternberger's hobbling off the field.
Yeah,
he's going to be feeling it after tonight.
He already is. He's just being hit on every throw. So there was an illegal block on the return of the interception, but it is, once again, Douglas's ball as the Jackets got the takeaway and then turn it right back over. So the penalty pushes it back to the 11. 6:20 to go. Kingfisher's going to have to find a way to get another stop
takeaway,
or try to get a takeaway to give themselves a chance to reclaim the lead in this game. Douglas with the lead and the ball. 6:20 to go.
Douglas going to keep it on the ground.
Jackets string that one out.
You take a safety right here.
Bicus with the carry there, but again, the Jackets did a good job of stretching.
Let's take you back to the game of the week.
38-13 is the final
And as
score.
you can
We'll
see,
be back
these
to
two
wrap it up in a
teams
moment on the
are shaking hands as this game has ended. Deer Creek wins this one 38-13. Deer Creek moves to 4-1 on the season. Their only loss was a tough overtime loss to Stillwater last week. PC North drops this game. I think that's their second loss of the year. Let's take you back to Kingfisher at Douglas. This is our only close game remaining. Douglas leads this one 28-27 with the football.
That was a gutsy throw because Munoz was right there next to the back. Been an interesting little interception.
Third and 15, clock stopped at 5:34. Lots of time for Kingfisher here.
Yeah, 4 wideouts again.
Just got to get a stop on this play to give yourself a chance. More back, dumps it right over the middle. Bicus is there, he makes the catch. Looks like he stopped short of the first down.
So 4th and 4 maybe. 5.
It's going to be about 4th and 4. Douglas sending out new personnel. One would assume they're punting here with this personnel coming out. They get in no hurry. Clock is stopped, or running, excuse me, at 4:50. Kingfisher with a chance to get the ball, good field position. Again, a low snap, bounces. There's the kick. It's end over end. It's going to take a Douglas roll, but just up to the 46. Another Pioneer iVideo defensive stand.
How does that even happen? I mean, did you watch it?
The play clock did bump up to what was it, 40
seconds
after several seconds. So.
Yes.
I don't know. All right, Kingfisher ball. Jackets have a ball at the Douglas 46, 4.5 to play. 1 point ball game. Jackets trail.
At 40 seconds on the play clock. Now you're down to 5 for us.
Sternberger again
for
under
screen,
pressure. They go for that
Munoz.
pressure again. Munoz with the ball, and he can't break the tackle. He's
Nope.
pushed down out of bounds.
Maybe got a yard on that. No, he did not. I gave him 2.
Second and 8. Maybe second and 3 after that. Heritage Hall stormed back in the second half. In control, 2 touchdowns over Perkins now. Makes it a more manageable down and distance here to help you move the chains for if you're Kingfisher.
He's telling them to run the 40-second clock, and it's only got 20 on it.
3:45 to go. Clock running. Fourth quarter. 1 point ball game. Second down. Sternberger's going to run it. Follows his blocks. Picks up what we think was the first down, but was still going. They're going to get it to him, so it'll be at or near an F&M Bank first down.
I believe they get the first down, so move the chains.
Yep. Ball's now at the 35.
Clock is rolling. Like you said, there's still no hurry. Douglas has 9 men in the box, and it's caught by.
Get it to Snodgrass, and he
Snodgrass
fumbles the ball. He reaches out for it, cannot get it. The Douglas defense makes another huge play. Franklin forces the fumble, and it's going to be Douglas ball. Trojans with the ball at their own 25, 3:11 left in this one. Now if you're Kingfisher, the clock does become an issue. You got to get a stop.
Douglas going to run the ball.
Big gash right up the middle on first down. That's Alsop. He's going to move the chains.
We're going to take you to Bethel. And as you can see, these two teams
Washington,
shaking hands. The
cut.
Washington Warriors with a big win, 56-18. Both of these teams came into this game 4-0. Obviously, Washington moves to 5-0, ranked number 3 in the state. Back to Kingfisher at Douglas.
They're going to run the clock down here as much as possible. Play clock inside of 10 now. Moore calls for the snap. Alsop again. This time he's hitting the backfield. It's going to be a loss of a couple. We'll see if
Coach Myers uses a timeout or not. He does not.
I think he'll wait till after second down. Now what the Jackets got to be wary of here is the play action. As you know, they're going to be playing the run. Moore wants the play call, trying to get it all lined up correctly. Play clock down to 4.
Hand off.
And again, another stop for a loss.
Now we got our timeout.
That went to Cam Jackson. So there's your timeout with 1:43 left, and the Trojans facing a 3rd and long. Again, Trojan players unsure of what to do there. This timeout brought to you by Medic Pharmacy and Gifts of Kingfisher. We're going to keep it right here, though, as the game certainly on the line.
Timeout on the field in Douglas. Let's take you to our only other game in action, Noble at Duncan. Noble Bears with the football.
Continue to move that clock.
2:22 and counting.
Okay, the chains have moved. And here we go. So, yeah, this is a nice drive here. Good management from Joey Bear. But no, as I was mentioning, he last year he wasn't quite as tall. And, the summer he's really grown. He looked, kind of starting to pass the eye test a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's good to have him get these reps. Oh, they're just going to down it. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
We'll run this thing out. So, very good. So, this is, okay, we can breathe easy.
Yep.
I think we finally moved that 1 to a 2 in the win column.
That's
so
right. A convincing win with things to work on.
Things to work on, man. It's so 2, typically El Reno, Duncan, they're always great opponents. They're just down just a little bit. But as we've seen, they got
Noble with a big win in Duncan as they move to 4-1 on the season. We'll take you back to our last game, Kingfisher at Douglas.
Chase, he's wrapped up. Can they bring him down? No, he gets away from the pressure. He lets the pass go, and it's incomplete. So that saves Kingfisher
a timeout.
The Trojans will be forced to punt. There's 1:34 remaining. When they went empty backfield, I just assumed that was going to be a Moore run, but he was under pressure immediately. So Kingfisher gets the Pioneer iVideo defensive stand. We've got Slade Snodgrass back at about the 32, 33-yard line.
Still trying to get personnel on the field.
Down to 2 on the play clock. High snap that goes over his head.
Go get it, boys.
He tries to get it off, and he's knocked down, and that's going to be another Kingfisher break as the Jackets are going to have the ball inside the Douglas 10. I'm telling you, Douglas is doing everything to give Kingfisher a chance here.
And there's a penalty flag.
I'm not sure Douglas was ever set on the play.
They were not.
Approaching 3 hours in this contest. Officials trying to sort something out here, but what we're looking at is Kingfisher's ball inside the Douglas 10-yard line.
Here comes the call.
So the penalty is against Douglas. Multiple penalties against Douglas. They're all declined as Kingfisher's going to get a chance here with 1:27 remaining.
Snodgrass out wide.
Where did they end up spotting this?
Well, it's at the 10-yard line.
Yep, first. So it's going to be 1st and goal at the 10. 1:27 remaining. One thing is for certain, they are in field goal range, but you know the Jackets would like to run it in here. Sternberger does keep it on the ground. He's tackled for not much gain. It's going to be 2nd down.
Munoz coming into the backfield. 1 minute 12 and counting. 29 seconds on the play clock. There we go. Kind of getting around to it.
I don't think the Jackets are going to be in much hurry here because it's going to come down to them scoring or not. Sternberger follows his lead blockers. Has room to run. cannot break the final tackle. So it's going to be a 3rd down and goal. Now they're working with a little bit more urgency. Cooper comes into the contest. Stevenson Insurance Center, 3rd down and goal here for the Jackets.
Now we get a timeout.
I think Douglas wants to get organized. Well, here we are, 30 seconds left. It's a 3rd down and goal from, they're saying the 9 up there on the board. I can't really see where that ball is spotted down there right now. So it's about 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8. If the Jackets don't get anything here, they're going to, oh boy. I don't know what they're saying to put on the clock there. I mean, I don't know how they know what's on the clock because they're running down the timeout.
It's on a timeout clock right now, buddy. As soon as that's over, then it'll get to the game clock.
All right. 3rd down and goal for the Jackets. Okay. 30 seconds showing on the clock. They're going to ask for
35. There we go. All right.
35 seconds now left in this game. 3rd down.
Ball's at the 9-yard line.
Sternberger gets a snap. He throws it, has a man incomplete. So it will be 4th down for the Jackets. And you got to think Kingfisher will try the field goal with Alan Munoz. 32 seconds left. Jackets trail by 1. Munoz, the senior, will try to put the Jackets on top. It's going to be Burnham with the snap, Snodgrass with the hold.
And a timeout.
Kicking tee is placed at the 15-yard line, it looks like, so it's going to be a 25-yard field goal attempt after this timeout. Well, about 5 minutes into this game, I lost a lot of money if you told me we'd be at this point right now because it was all Kingfisher after a 3-and-out. Then Kingfisher drove for a touchdown, another Douglas 3-and-out. The Trojans hadn't sniffed the 1st down, and then all of a sudden, here we are. 30 seconds left in this game. The Jackets need a 25-yard field goal from Alan Munoz to put them on top.
Well, how about the majority of the 4th quarter played between the goal line and the 35-yard line on this one end?
Nobody wants to keep the ball. So here we go. Once this timeout clock, they just need to quit putting the time on the timeout clock, by the way. Let the officials keep it down there. Got to wait. Hold off. All right, 32 seconds left. Burnham will snap. Snodgrass will hold. Munoz will kick.
Ball in. He got it.
It's up.
It looks good.
It looks good, and it is good. Alan Munoz, 25-yard field goal with 26 seconds remaining, gives the Jackets a 30-28 lead. The senior with the kick. The senior with the hold.
And the whole Douglas team was right on top of
They
both of them.
were crashing for the field goal block. That was Tecmo Bowl field goal block, Madden field goal block. Insert game here. They were sending the house. Munoz kept his head down, got the kick up, and put it through. And again, credit the freshman Peyton Burnham, I believe, who is your backup quarterback and your deep snapper.
He was the deep snapper.
So the Jackets convert, turn the bad snap on the would-be Douglas punt into a 25-yard go-ahead field goal by Alan Munoz with 26 seconds left. Now, special teams
It's very important.
needs to contain the Douglas return men.
Kick it deep and go make a tackle.
This will be a bank first kickoff for Alan Munoz. You know his adrenaline's up there. We'll see what he can put into it. There's their whistle. Bank first kickoff for Alan Munoz. Puts his leg into it. Fielded at about the 6-yard line.
Make a tackle, boys.
And he's about to get to the sideline. Here comes a big flag. That's going to take away a lot of that return. There's a Kingfisher player down. That flag was thrown about 25 yards. Is that Westfall down? Cale Westfall. Yeah. I think he took a pretty rough shot there.
17 seconds on the clock.
Wade Sunby out there checking on Westfall. Hopefully just a case of him getting the breath knocked out of him. But that penalty will back the Trojans up quite a bit. Douglas does have one timeout remaining. That's going to put him all the way back at the 16-yard line. "17 seconds left. Westfall's up. He's walking, but he doesn't feel too good.
No.
All right, so the Jackets 17 seconds away from escaping Moses F. Miller Stadium. This is certainly a case of keep them in front of you.
Yes. You've got Sternberger back, Snodgrass back, Cooper back.
Douglas has shown the ability to make the big play. Do they have one more left in them? That pass goes incomplete.
With 9 seconds left.
Tell you, Moore showed his arm there. He really flung that one. But the Jackets had everything bracketed downfield. It's going to be second down. As Sean said, 9 seconds left.
Would expect more of the same. And we got three gentlemen back, 15 yards. Just stop. There we go.
More pressure, throws as he's wrapped up, almost picked off. Munoz couldn't quite get there fast enough.
3 seconds on the clock.
Provided no Kingfisher penalty on this play, this will be the final play of the game. We're going to see a timeout called by Douglas. Again, we'll keep it here. I don't know if we still have the Skordle Pay Dirt still with us. Thank you guys for joining us. Not that you had an option, because we might be the only games in the state still going, but you picked a good one to go with us. Mostly because it's Sean and I on the mics, but also it turned out to be a pretty good ball game. 30-28 Kingfisher on top.
The ball has not made it past the 45-yard line.
Not in a while.
It's pretty entertaining.
25-yard field goal by Alan Munoz with 26 seconds left to put Kingfisher up 30-28. Ironically, it was Munoz's missed extra point earlier that had the Jackets down by a point. That and the fact that Douglas hit big play after big play after big play to take the lead. But this up and down affair has Kingfisher on top. We're going into what we think is the final play of the game. But thank you to the Skordle Pay Dirt crew for joining us, and for the regular Kingfisher viewers, if you haven't checked out Pay Dirt yet, certainly encourage you to do so. And on Wednesday nights, also check out the Skordle Pay Dirt Pick'em Show. Panel of experts, and maybe not some experts, pick winners of some of the top games of the week on the Skordle Network. All right. 3rd down and 10, but that doesn't matter. It's the 84 yards that the Trojans need to cover in this final play of the game. Moore takes the snap, gets ready to throw. He's forced out of the pocket. Now he's going to run the ball, and he's going to just be run out of bounds.
That's the game.
That will do it. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't easy. But 30-28.
Okay, big win for Kingfisher as they go on the road to Douglas. Kingfisher moves to 4-1 on the season. Thank you so much for joining us here on Skordle Pay Dirt. That will conclude week 5 of the high school football season. We'll be back next week with 8 more great games. Be sure to check out the Prep Sports postgame show with Grant Merrill and Randy Heights. You can see that on Skordle.tv or the Skordle app. That'll do it for us tonight from the Orthodontics Exclusively studio. Thank you again so much for joining us on Skordle Pay Dirt.